The station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Daytona Bike Week is back, February 27th through March 8th. And there's no better place to celebrate than the iconic Daytona International Speedway. Home to the area's largest motorcycle marketplace with free demo rides, top manufacturer displays, Harley-Davidson Thunder Rally, and more. Experience 10 days of non-stop action, including Daytona Supercross, Daytona Short Track Racing, and it all leads up to the legendary Daytona 200. Visit DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com to learn more.
Pack your year with awe and awesome at SeaWorld Orlando. Get up close to over 20,000 animals. Board the all-new SeaQuest Legends of the Deep, world's first-of-its-kind suspended dark ride, coming soon. Then enjoy over 200 flavors and 30 concerts during the Seven Seas Food Festival. Select dates now through May 17th. Go from real to unreal at SeaWorld. Buy SeaWorld, get Aquatica free. Hurry, offer ends soon. Tax and service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
It's time to get loud.
Come on, feel the noise.
Quiet Riot Live with special guest Vixen.
Hang your head.
Feel the noise. Friday, March 6th at the Hard Rock Live Orlando. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster and the Hard Rock Live box office. Don't miss Quiet Riot with Vixen, March 6th, Hard Rock Live Orlando.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Facing a criminal charge? Who you call next matters. At Smith & Euler Law Firm, we are the criminal defense attorneys in Florida, fighting for people like you. Call 352-WIN-4U now for your free case evaluation. Smith & Euler Law Firm, offices Orlando.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. It is American Heart National Cancer Prevention Month. That's super important when you consider 1 in 3 people in this country will die of heart disease. And in some of those cases, there will be no symptoms. You will just die. We just had this with our buddy Adam the Woo, 51 years old, had no idea he had heart issues, no symptoms at all. That's why it's so important to get with Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It's a $699 value. And it's important to remember, there are no injections, no dyes. You keep your clothes on the entire time, but the information you get can save your life. And equally as important, when you make your appointment and you go see these guys, make sure you ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. Here's how you make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Guys, it is time. Stop waiting. This is a no-brainer. Make that appointment today and take control of your long-term health care.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-983-2077 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-983-2077. That's 800-983-2077. What do you have to lose? Call 800-983-2077. Again, 800-983-2077.
Red Mountain Weight Loss. Real doctors, real humans, real results.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. Lots to get to today, from cartels targeting airplanes to highlights and drama from the State of the Union address. And please just cancel my subscription, ma'am. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Good.
Not bad, yeah.
How are you?
Good. Lots of stuff to talk about today, as per usual. We hope you'll join us along for the ride. And we'll get into everything going on in the world of viral news and, just whatever's happening around here as well. But let's start off as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a woman who's trying to cancel her Spectrum subscription.
It's a beautiful, beautiful.
How are companies still doing this?
I don't know. It used to be AOL. I think you would call AOL and you'd be like, "Look, it's 2004. Enough's enough. I need to cancel my AOL subscrition."
But
and
we
they would
send you
be
all those CDs in the mail.
But AOL was the first to really get get called out for it because somebody recorded themselves trying to do it, and then they're like, "This is an outrage," and then they tried to fix their situation, and then little by little, more companies did it. How is nobody taking AOL's example and going, "We need to make this an easier situation"?
5 words explain all of this before I get to the clip. Work from home crazy people. Oh. That is what explains exactly what's happening here, because this is one of those jobs where you could do the support for these companies and they go work from home, and you have a little setup at your house and you answer the calls, and you're not in a room where somebody can watch you melting down. This lady melts down. Let's listen in. Here we go. I'll turn it up.
Service is canceled.
Why?
Your issues that you said you were having. No, it's okay. Thank you. I would just like to cancel my services with
all
you
right.
guys.
So at this point, she's just like, "Look, I don't want any additional help. All I want to do is just cancel my services." We don't know what happened before this, but we do know what happened after, because she decided to start filming it.
That doesn't make any sense. Anissa, why would you tell me that a technician came out and you're not letting us help you solve the issue? What are you complaining about? I don't understand.
Already the tone is like, where are you going with this? What's the outcome that you're looking for? Oh, not only has it been a long day, I think right before this ends, she's like, I get off in 5 minutes.
Yes,
the lady's
fantastic.
like, I get off in 5 minutes. And she was so angry about this. The lady is just saying, "Look, I just want to cancel my Spectrum Wi-Fi," which, strangely enough, I literally just tried to do myself.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was weird. My situation was kind of weird too. I'll get back to the clip here, but my situation was, I called them up and I go, "I'm getting mega bills from Spectrum. I think I get 3 bills a month from Spectrum because of the way my account is." And
you don't bundle?
It's like bundled, but they don't charge you on the same day, C-Lane. Like, one day they charge me for all the cell phones and the cell phone plan, and then another day they charge me for the internet, and then I get charged for like equipment on a different day. I don't know. It's very weird, but I get all these charges. It's like $300 and something per month, maybe more for Spectrum. So I go, you know what? I'm not using the internet. I have the internet as a backup in the studio. If the fiber goes out, the internet kicks in from Spectrum and we're good to go, right? But I'd never use it. So I go, ma'am, thank you for your help. Can you do me a favor? I just want to cancel the Wi-Fi and I'll return the equipment. And the lady goes, okay. And I said, tell me what the difference is going to be. And she goes, okay, if you cancel the Wi-Fi and return the router, your bill will increase by $27.99.
What?
And I said, wait, my bill will increase if I cancel so I don't get the Wi-Fi and the internet anymore, and my bill will get more expensive? And the lady goes, yeah.
Math ain't mathin', ma'am.
It's a bundle deal, she says. It's like, so something that you have set up, if you cancel your Wi-Fi, it will get more expensive. So that kept me locked in, but this lady, it ain't working with her.
You know what? I don't understand why you're yelling or being rude about this.
Because we're trying to help you. I'm lowering your rate. I'm cutting it in half.
It's okay. I don't want the help anymore. I just want my services canceled.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I don't think I need to explain why.
I'm trying to help people all day long. If somebody tried to call me and offer me to cut my bill in half, send out a service person for some, you're saying you're having service issues, but we don't have any record of you calling in. We can send a tech out for free. I would jump all over that. People just don't appreciate anything anymore.
Oh, lady, I don't know.
It's a weird guilt, but you're still yelling at me thing.
She's like, I don't know what you want from me. People don't appreciate anything anymore. And all of a sudden, I'm like, well, she's kind of right about that.
She is, but what this, former customer at this point is doing, which is just poking the bear even more, is like, okay, I'm staying calm. I want to cancel my service, and I want to speak to your supervisor. And
she doesn't raise her voice at all.
Lights the fire.
I think that might trigger people more sometimes. It's like throwing a sweetie in there.
Why?
Or a calm down, like they're like, hey, can you just calm down? Why? You're like, okay, all right. Woo. Let's dial it down a little bit. Here's the end of the Spectrum call, the back and forth.
What do you think you're going to get out of this?
I don't need to get anything out of it. I just need to speak
I want to
with
get
your
nothing.
supervisor.
Anybody then? Oh my God. Say that and I'm going to disconnect you and I'll never talk to you again. Let's just do that, okay? Please let me go. I get off in 5 minutes.
Oh, there she
I'd like to
is.
speak with your supervisor.
No, you're not going to. And then you've got 14 days from today. And I wish you well. Do you have any other questions?
Yes, to get transferred to your supervisor, please.
She hung up.
She hung up.
Oh, yeah. That's going to get you fired right there, lady.
Can they trace it back, you think?
I mean, I think they could figure out probably who the lady was, I think.
Well,
And
they'll
if
know
they
what
do-
customer canceled.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they have a lot of people calling every day, but the goal is they tell them, like, hey, no matter what, don't let them cancel. You could pull the dopey routine, and when the idiot calls and says he wants to cancel his internet service, tell him his bill's actually going to get more expensive. The dummy will hang up immediately. He won't like it at all.
Yeah.
And that strategy, I mean, works, I guess, from time to time.
Worked on one dummy.
Of all
Yeah.
people. I can't believe you fell for that.
I don't know what to do afterwards. She said it was going to get more expensive, and it just broke me. I was like, I shut down as a system over here.
So if you were in a situation where you had, say, a different internet service, and you had Spectrum cable and you had Spectrum phones, you would want to say, I don't know, I want to lower my bill. Why don't you add Wi-Fi onto this bitch?
Yeah, I think yes. I don't know how that makes any sense, but that's how the process works.
I think that's like one of the ways that my mom ended up with a VoIP phone. Like that was her last landline before I convinced her like nobody uses these anymore. You don't really need them.
Right.
But it is true that the bundle deal can sometimes lower your bill to have something on it that you don't need just because it keeps their numbers high.
Yeah, they have a lot of strategies that are solely focused on that kind of stuff.
Well, the weird part is like internet, by and large, is something that every normal person within a certain age will probably have to have. It's becoming a utility, right?
Sure.
And it's one of the few utilities that you have a choice between which service you want.
True.
Like you can't get a different power service unless you go solar. There's no choice in utilities unless you're collecting your own rain or something. That's even illegal in some places. Yeah. But, for somebody to cancel their internet, it kind of means they have another plan. You have other internet. So you were just trying to get rid of Wi-Fi because you don't need it because you have other internet. I'm going to probably cancel my internet soon and get a new service. And the reason will be because I have a new service and there's nothing you can offer me that would make me just keep you around because I have the different service.
Mr. Lane, I'd just like to offer you, we have a new plan where if you get free Wi-Fi, your bill goes down. Would you like the free Wi-Fi bill go down plan?
I want bill go by.
Bill go by. The bill go by plan we don't have. I
yes,
get off
you do.
In 5 minutes.
Trust me, you have a bill go by plan.
I get off in 5 minutes.
Bill go straight or bill go gay. Choose one.
Well, there they are. This lady going viral today as a Spectrum internet service rep screams and berates this customer just trying to cancel their service. It happens from time to time.
Respond at all? Because I feel like now, considering how viral it's gone, they have to put out a statement.
No, I think sometimes they just duck over there. They like look around, and it's like when without referring to any incidents ever in the history of iHeartRadio. It's like when something bad happens around here and we just kind of like duck and we look left and right and then we just go, all right, keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
Nobody's going to say anything about that.
Anything happens? C-Lane just spilled an entire big gulp on the board in the studio.
So McDonald's, it's a McCafe, you know.
Oh, look both ways. Keep going. Keep going like there's nothing wrong there. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Emails rolling in to get us started here.
You said otherwise, but it sounds like you are talking about something.
Anonymous emails the show. Good morning, Sean, Sabrina, and C-Lane. I'd like to be anonymous. Well, you can. Thanks for putting it right up on top. Catching up on yesterday's podcast regarding the sheriff of Palm Beach County. He is a no-nonsense sheriff. He was the one who was doing the press conference for that Mar-a-Lago shooting where the guy had the shotgun and the gas can. You said he got up to the press conference, said who he was with, and here's the situation. He's like that with everything. We have quarterly award ceremonies with hundreds of employees. We have about 5,000 employees total. Getting awards like Longevity, Deputy, or Employee of the Month, Life Savings Awards, all that stuff. We show up at X time. He goes up, gives awards, shakes hands and photos. Done. The famous line is, okay, folks, that's it. Let's get back to work. We look down. It's only 28 to 35 minutes later, but we don't feel rushed. He has the biggest heart, she says. Or he says, who knows? They're anonymous, these people. Sharp as a tack, leads quite a few huge organizations. I'm a proud employee and very thankful, says Anonymous. And you don't want to be anonymous if you're complimenting the guy on the show. Say, totally not looking for a raise.
The sheriff hears that and goes, well, I really wish I knew who gave me such a great review there just now.
Anonymously yours, Janet Smith. Thank you, Janet, for the email. Let's see. Scott emails the show. He says, hey, Sean, you talked about the New York Police Department officers getting hit with snowballs and the missed opportunity. Yeah, I said rather than do what they're doing today, which is like trying to January 6th style hunt down the snowball tossers who threw snowballs at the cops in Washington Park, which was rude. All right. It's like rude and obnoxious and stuff. But rather than going after them, just like throw a couple snowballs back and move on. People respond better to that stuff. People don't respond better to like, well, we did a thing, we threw some snowballs at the cops, and then they rounded up everybody and arrested them. And then we're reminded every time we go on the subway that the only people that get arrested are like the snowball throwers. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is not good. It doesn't work, I don't think. He says, here's a video of the officers getting in on the fun. Not sure if it's the same ones, but somebody has jokes, and he sends a TikTok link. I think this is because there's been so much snow in New York. I think this is from the previous storm where they did everybody threw snowballs back and forth. But from what I saw this morning, they were talking about doing an investigation into the snowball attack. When I think there's so many things that it's just like, get over it, move on, get over it, move on, our world is a wild one to live in. There are so many things that we should just go, hey, is this worthwhile or not worthwhile? Not worthwhile? Get over it, move on. Get over it, move on. There needs to be much more of that. And that's what the cops should have done with this. It's kind of stupid. Anyhow, Jay emails, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, podcast listener here. Bro, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. It's WTF, I guess. Tuesday's show was terrible.
Okay, well, we were doing so good.
I'm leaving.
We were doing so good.
No, don't leave yet. Come on.
I can't take this kind of criticism on a Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week here.
What happened Tuesday?
He said, skipping all over the place for the podcast, repeated segments, back to the commercial breaks in the middle of sentences. It was all I could do to listen to the show and keep from crying. And Jay emails with that. Jay, I don't know. I did everything like I always did. I went back and I checked and I said everything was right. So I haven't heard any complaints other than you, Jay. So maybe it's a Jay thing and not a podcast people thing, but I don't know. Hit me up with it. Tell me what's going on. There's that. All right, when we come back, we have so much for you on a busy Wednesday on the show. Now, obviously, we'll get into the State of the Union was last night. That's where the political people go into a room and they shout at each other. And then the one person in the center of it all talks for a really, really, really long time.
Record holding time.
Essentially what that has become. It's quite the event. I've got all the good drama and all the clips from the State of the Union. We'll do that in a bit. But we've been watching what happened in Mexico with the cartel leader that was killed. And now there's a pretty astounding story about an American Airlines flight that had bullet holes in it. And they were looking at this flight, and they're investigating right now, and they're trying to figure out, did somebody shoot this?
Did we see that recently in Haiti?
Yes.
Yeah. There was an incident there where there was a plane that flew near Haiti when barbecue and all the folks were taking over the Haitian government in a coup that was going on there. And now are we seeing the same thing? And this was off Colombia, I think, where an American Airlines flight, all of a sudden they look and they go, there's bullet holes in this thing. So I'll tell you what they know about this. Are the cartels across, Mexico, Central and South America, are they starting to shoot at passenger planes in revolt? That would be a little frightening, but let's see. Let's figure it out together. The mystery bullet holes in an American Airlines plane is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You can't argue with an algorithm, but you can call us. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
From the
Boulevard, also another crash.
Hello.
To eastbound before World Drive. Slow ride right now. I-4 eastbound
Hello.
between 192 and 535.
Welcome behind the scenes on the show.
Instant oil change traffic tip line. 676-8477. From the traffic center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by the Our American.
How are we doing, everybody? Welcome in on a Wednesday on the show. Let me wake Samuel L. Jackson, our cameraman, up.
Peel back the mythology and legend of Christopher Columbus.
Samuel L. Jackson, awake. Follow me with the camera, sir. Here we are on a Wednesday. Everybody check in. How are you? Where are you listening from today? Say hello, please.
One lucky winner scores 4 weekend passes, including 3-day Grand.
Hey, Woody, glad you survived the beers yesterday. Congratulations to you.
The sound, the energy of the NTT IndyCar Series on one of the most iconic streets.
Hey, Tanya.
Racing. Enter now by going to realradio.fm/contact.
Bootsy shelling out the Mo link for the golf event that's coming up. What's going on with my mega chat here? There we go. There we go. Okay, a couple minutes and we're back live on the show. It's so good to see you. It's so good to hear from you.
Avendosora, Mystic Ridges, Cyclone, Kevin, Dwayne, Janine, everybody, hello. How we doing? Signal coming in good today? Signal on the stream coming in good on YouTube and Twitch? I've had water-soaked feet since 7 a.m. Ooh. Why? What happened? What happened? Why are your feet soaked all morning long? Hi, Gene. Everything's peachy, good so far. Good to hear. Hey, Charles at Daytona Beach. How you doing? Chaos is gooning over there. Hello. Hey, Falling Hole in Davenport. How are you? How many of you, chat? Let's just get a yes or no on this. How many of you watched the State of the Union live last night? Yes or no? Did you watch Trump's State of the Union live last night? Let me know. No? Hi, Vicky in the construction zone. No? Yes? Forgot? Nope, I watched Scream 3 and 4. Even though Scream 3 and 4, in my opinion, are not good movies, that was a better choice. That was a better use of your time. It always will be. Nope. Some of it, no. State of the Who, no. Yes. I watched the Gabrielle Union movie instead. Which one? Which one? Ninth Pawn says, nope, just clips afterwards. I'd rather watch paint dry. It was a good speech. I get all my news right here. Well, thank you, Tanya. State of the Gabrielle Union? Might be better. All right, we're coming back in just a minute here on the show, and we will get into all the drama and everything that happened with the State of the Union, all the stuff that you missed, if you could say that. Good speech, okay? Listening from the Cold Palm Coast Refurb House, says PF. Hey, PF. How are you? I watched K-pop Demon Hunters. Daniel, question. I only know about the phenomenon of K-pop Demon Hunters. I do like, maybe this will help you, I do like Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I do like some anime. I like some manga. I haven't gotten like deep into that stuff. But would I like K-pop Demon Hunters as a person who's not super into that? Would normies like K-pop Demon Hunters? 2 minutes.
Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who
would a normie watch K-pop Demon Hunters and have a good time? I watch One Piece, but I don't dare even say that aloud because there's so many episodes of One Piece and I've only seen about 30 of them. But I like One Piece. I'm a fan. But I don't know if I'd like a lot of these other things. I'm curious. We're coming back. I'm what you might call anime curious. And I want to know. I want to know if I'd like it. Sure, it has great music and it's fun. I might check it out. All right, we're coming back in just a minute. We have to talk about this flight that just came in from Colombia in South America. And an American Airlines flight came in and they saw bullet holes in the thing. After the cartels were targeted in Mexico, as he points on the map, I wonder, are the cartels now firing at these passenger airplanes? If so, crazy. We'll find out together. Check out hentai? Come on, okay?
Could have tried it free.
This is Special Agent Regal, Special Agent Bradley Hall.
In 2018, the FBI took down a ring of spies working for China's Ministry of State Security.
The Sixth Bureau podcast is a story of the inner workings of the MSS and how one man's ambition and mistakes opened its vault of secrets.
Listen to The Sixth Bureau from Bloomberg Podcasts on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Follow The Sixth Bureau and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is the
That would be not so great, to say the very least. That might affect your travel plans come spring break. If the cartels are out there shooting at planes, we'll find out here in just a moment. This is a story that could have huge implications if there is anything to it. And it comes down to an American Airlines flight where they looked into it and there's bullet holes in the thing. And this was coming from Medellin, Colombia to Miami, Florida. So flying from Colombia to Florida, when the American Airlines flight lands, there's bullet holes in it. Now, I want to remind you, the United States military has been dropping bombs on drug boats all throughout the drug travel regions that they use to bring this stuff over to the United States and to the islands. And they have also worked with the Mexican police really recently, to attack a cartel HQ and kill the most wanted cartel boss in the world. So are the cartels kind of banding together and saying, oh, yeah, you better chill out here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to target passenger planes that are flying into the United States of America. And there's not a ton of info about this, but let's tune into a couple of things real quick and see if we can learn anything. One would be from CBS Miami, because remember, this flight, American Airlines, that had bullet holes in it, was headed into Miami. So here we go.
When an American Airlines plane lands in Miami from Colombia with an apparent bullet hole in one of its wings. The flight flew in from Medellin to MIA this morning. The airline says the aircraft was immediately removed from service for further inspection and repair. I hope so. The airline says we'll work with all relevant authorities to investigate this incident.
Swiss cheese
Officials say nobody was hurt and there were no technical issues during that flight.
The flights are like that sometimes, Celine. They'll be like, there is duct tape all over the wing, and it's flopping around out there.
Aviation grade tape.
Put a little tape on the bullet holes. Tape on the bullet holes. You solve your problem. So it says, hole found in plane. The aircraft was immediately removed from service for further inspection and repair. We will work closely with all relevant authorities to investigate this incident. That's the American Airlines spokesperson.
Put a little spackle on it. We're good.
And I haven't seen any actual photos of the bullet holes in this American Airlines flight just yet. In fact, the details are pretty scant. Everything that I'm seeing is just like little tiny tidbits about this. Like, this is probably the same thing. Let's see. Here's WFAA talking about.
Perth-based American Airlines suspending flights to Haiti for the next 3 months.
Oh, this is the Haitian one.
After one of their
planes
was struck by a bullet during unrest in Port-au-Prince. This week, American Airlines, JetBlue, and Spirit Airlines were all hit by gunfire.
All right, so this was the precursor to this, was off of Haiti. There were some planes that were shot at when there was a lot of instability, you could say, going on there.
Did we ever see the picture of the bullet holes in those?
I don't know. I don't know if we did.
And I don't remember seeing them.
Is it because if you see a shot of a plane, if you see a full shot of a plane, the bullet holes are not really going to read that well?
It would be pretty hard to zoom in and keep that stable.
Because it's not going to be like a manhole-sized hole in the side of this plane. It's going to be a little itty-bitty hole from a bullet, I would guess. But here's the clip I meant to play. Hold on. This is what I tried.
American Airlines plane is out of service as Colombian authorities investigate bullet holes found in the right wing. They were found by the ground crew after landing in Medellin from Miami. It's unclear when or where that damage occurred, but the plane is now back at DFW Airport for repair.
All right. So this landed in Dallas Fort Worth afterwards. It was from Miami to Medellin, Colombia. And when it landed in Medellin, Colombia, the ground crew saw there were bullet holes in the plane.
You don't think you would hear that at all?
I would have thought that there was no way. And pilots, chime in today with this, please. Pilots, is there any way you're flying your 747, your 737, you're cruising along, the thing takes on fire, and you don't know? That seems far-fetched to me.
And considering how far you have to be in order to shoot a plane, obviously it's not all the way up there.
No way.
So
It has to be
that-
on approach.
Yeah, that or as on approach. Not
Yeah,
when
like-
I took off because I was in the U.S.
Less than 10,000 feet, you got to have this thing coming down for somebody to be able to shoot at this thing, and then to hit it, that's another thing entirely. But a pilot not noticing that your plane had been shot, that seems crazy to me, but maybe it's true.
I mean, if the bullet hit maybe the tail, because it did say right wing, but it's like, how much of the plane can you hear at any time when it's a big-ass plane?
Yeah, but maybe there wouldn't be any kind of pressure indicators or anything that would run amok there?
It might not breach the area of pressurization.
Here's another story on this. American Airlines jet lands in Miami with bullet holes after trip to Colombia. Flight AA923 is the flight in question. Landed at the Miami International Airport on Monday when a routine post-inspection flight found the puncture marks in the right aileron. What the hell is that? What's an aileron?
You don't know what an aileron is?
AILERON.
Come on, Sean.
Responsible for lateral balance on the plane. Despite the puncture marks, the aircraft flew and landed safely. There were no flight-related issues or injuries on board the aircraft, but was it shot by some of the cartels in Medellin, where there are a lot of huge cartel presence there?
The aileron are hinged flight control surfaces on the trailing outboard edge of the wing. It's used to control banking, like the roll of the aircraft.
All right. Oh, the plane had been at Colombia's Jose Maria Cordova International Airport and was completing a round trip when the bullet holes were discovered. They don't know how many passengers were aboard the plane, but yeah, they sent it to their maintenance hub, and they're conducting a full investigation on this American Airlines flight to see what the hell happened to this thing. And are the cartels now targeting passenger airplanes? Because that would be all hell breaking loose.
You see how, real quick, where you are in that page, how the plane is kind of, you can see the underbelly because it's kind of rolled to the left?
Yeah.
That's controlled by ailerons.
Where are the ailerons, though?
They are.
I'm not even saying it right, for God's sake.
I don't know if we're saying it right either. They're on the wings. They're
underneath these little guys here, these little, like, I would have called them stabilizers.
I think they more look like panels.
Okay. Well, pilots, check in with us. They're on a 737 MAX. It gets shot, but apparently the pilots don't know. They didn't even know that this was going on. Is that logical, possible, whatever? Let us know. Send a dispatch or an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
We nailed it, though.
Aileron.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, they nailed it too, unfortunately. That's one of the problems with this story. The ailerons did get hit by bullets from someone somewhere. Let us know what you think. Tips, TIPS@thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, let's see. We're also going to get into some more of your comments. It's a little frigid out there. A lot of people, especially in the Northeast, you listening in New York, you're just emerging from the snowy banks of the Wishkah and fighting your way out into the world. Might I remind you just for a moment that you need to stop being lazy. You have to clean off the snow on your car, and some of you are just not doing that. I'll put this up on See It Now, but WPRI captured a truck that did the bare minimum. Just bare minimum.
That is unsafe.
It's just a roving pile of snow with
Why
just
are you blurring the driver? Stop blurring these idiots. Let people know who the idiots are. I mean, we know who the idiot is, but
they did this with confidence, and I believe that they do want to be seen in the face. That's why they just moved that portion of the snow.
I think this is the same kind of car you have, Sabrina. But
Is it
It
Mazda
almost
6?
looks like the Dumb and Dumber car because it's got so much stuff on it.
87 Sheepdog.
All you see is the passenger window is completely covered in snow. The roof, the hood, only the driver's side area was cleaned, and the windshield wiper is still up. And just the door is cleared off. The rest of the car is all snow.
Imagine telling the officer who's responding to your car accident that the person was in your blind spot. And then he looks at the car and goes, yeah, it looks like all blind spot.
Everything. The wheels are still full of snow. You can't be this lazy, all right? You got to be safer for other people. So I'm grabbing this. We'll put it up on See It Now since that's a visual. And I want you to see it whenever you get a chance. I really hope you will.
Is there?
How do you do that? You go to thenewsjunkie.com, look in the See It Now section. Go ahead, Seelan.
Is there any chance that somebody who does that to their car is just doing it in the neighborhood because they know they have some pretty solid speed bumps coming up that's just going to shake all that off?
Would it do it, you think? It might, right?
If they're the right kind. I don't know if
It looks thick. I don't know. Gotta be honest.
Yeah. I mean, did you need a chisel and that's why you only did so much of it? Because
why just not go fast and then hit your brakes very hard and it flies off? I don't know. Snow people, tell us.
Anybody on the show, Sabrina Seelan, anybody, have you guys driven in snow?
I have ridden in snow.
Yeah, I was a passenger.
And that was, I don't know, 23 years ago.
All right, so, folks, spoiler alert here. We're from the southeastern United States. We're broadcasting out of Orlando, Florida. To all of you, if you're listening on a different radio station, so we don't have the experience doing this. Even though I was born in Vermont, I drove on the snow when I was in Pennsylvania one time and a couple other times when I was working for Tribune and renting cars, but never anywhere near this bad. Never. This is in this neighborhood. I mean, it looks like a winter wonderland. It's like 3 feet of snow in this area, all over everything you could imagine, which seems like it sucks because then it's all melts and it's gross and dirty and snow full of whatever. It's a little nasty, but there you go. Check that out on the See It Now section of the News Junkie app over on thenewsjunkie.com.
I feel like if that picture were taken a couple months ago, it might look a little more festive because there would be some Christmas decorations, one would hope. But for whatever reason, it doesn't look Christmassy at all, despite the snow. It just looks miserable.
Yeah, it's just, it looks like these folks went through something because they did. And I feel for you. I just need you to clean off the rest of your car so we're all safe out there today. Now, those of us not covered in snow, we just need to try to bear with it and get through the next couple of days here. The sun will be back for all of us, I'm sure.
Tomorrow.
There you go.
Unreal.
When we come back, it was almost in unison. It was very, very close.
I should have hit the harm. That was my bad, Sealine.
It was close enough to
3,
make
2,
it work.
1.
The moment has passed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The sun will come out tomorrow.
We're going to work on it during the break, and we're going to do a full rendition of that song later on.
You're not going to Hollywood. I regret telling you.
I almost said F you on the air. I had to tell myself.
When we come back, we'll get to the State of the Union was last night, just in case you guys didn't know that. And we have to get into the State of the Union clips, so those will be worked in here momentarily on the show. I have a final destination moment that we have to get to on the whole award show Tourette's thing. The lady from that reality show, Bailin' Out Loud, she has entered into the equation with her opinion on this, so we'll hit up that in some moment here. We got a lot to get into on a busy Wednesday. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show, where bad ideas go to get broadcast. The Jim Colbert Show, weekday.
Welcome. Uh-oh. What happened? We good? Hello, welcome behind the scenes. Everything good? The stream good? Yeah? Thought I just saw a freeze there for a moment, but who knows? Hello? Have you looked at the stream?
I have not.
Wow, you weren't paying any attention to the show?
I was watching a little bit.
What did I just say?
Tomorrow.
What did I say before tomorrow?
The Tourette's girl has something to say about
These are things I've said in the last 30 seconds. What was before that?
You were talking about the plane?
After the plane.
I don't know.
Okay. What do you want?
I have to go to Total Wine.
For what?
THC and
Yeah, you know me.
Uh-huh.
You down with THC?
Sometimes.
And what else?
And soap.
And soap? You have to get soap at Total Wine?
No. At Bath and Body Works.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Be safe, please.
All right.
Wipe all the snow off your car.
No.
That's what I talked about, by the way. Snow in your
Oh,
car.
yeah. I remember.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do.
I remember.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you too. So far, so good? Damn, you force her to listen to you? I do not. But if she doesn't, to the moon! Couple minutes and we're back live on the show. We'll hit the State of the Union, recap, all the good drama, buzz, all that stuff. Can Courtney do the rest of the show? You heard her, she's going to Total Wine to get the THC. She's got to make me my little THC drinks. Each night, when it's movie time, when it's the end of the night, we're back at the house. We watch a movie before we go to bed every night, and she makes me a concoction that is like 50% White Claw and then some THC drink, and I drink one White Claw with half a THC drink. Woo! Right to bed, baby. Right to bed. Opbow of Dragons. Sean is my favorite talk radio host. This show makes my day and helps me keep my sanity. Well, thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Team Sean. This guy. Sometimes I wonder how many people in chat are not Team Sean. Which makes me wonder, is it worth it? Let me work it. 90 seconds and we're back live. 10 days without weed right now, says my son. Is that why your back's hurting so much? Is it? You just have a little THC drink before bed, Dylan. It might get you going, right? Just hit 28,000 subs on YouTube. Thanks to a YouTube short from the day before yesterday that now has 500,000 views. That's good performance on YouTube. Huge spikes on Facebook. The short videos are going very well. Thank you if you are watching and supporting. That's Team Sean behavior. Zephys Biker says, definitely Team Sean? Well, thank you. I hope so. My mother-in-law just discovered THC drinks, the horrors. Wow, what's she doing? Isn't she just like calmly resting on the couch?
On our next episode, we'll peel back the mythology.
It's not the kind of drink that makes you raid the Capitol or anything, right?
You don't want to miss the next episode of Our American Story.
What do you want? Okay, we're coming back. Some crazy stories on deck today. A guy who destroyed a restaurant, too. Wait till you hear this story.
No More Week Challenge, a virtual walk-run to raise awareness to stop and prevent abuse. You can complete it anytime, anywhere during No More Week, March 2nd through the 8th. Each step you take will connect more victims and survivors to life-saving support and will expand education to stop violence before it starts. Sign up for free today at nomore.org/challenge.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the new.
Here you are. You're in the world's most viral newsroom. Thank you for hanging out with us. Learn more about the show, a different side of talk radio. Hang out with the three best friends you never knew you had going through the most viral stories of the day. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, many things to dive into today. One, very quickly, I wanted to work this in. We got all like the State of the Union clips, the best and worst of, and all that at some point here during the show. But I wanted to work this in because I didn't know this was a thing. But I guess there's technology now, and some people are going to like this, considering some of the videos that I've seen going viral over the past, I don't know, year and a half on all the platforms. There's new technology that will detect if anybody around you is using smart glasses to record you.
Oh.
And I had not really thought about that being a thing anymore. And I don't think I've had a moment yet in public where I've gone, this person is wearing smart glasses and recording me right now. I haven't had that, but maybe I'm just not paying attention.
It's working. So I have seen this one particular guy, and I feel like he's in the area of HQ, that you can pay to take out, especially when it comes to the Ray-Ban, the Meta Ray-Bans, the ones that I have, to take out that light. That without that light, there is no indication that you are being recorded because the lens is so tiny.
Really?
And he gets paid good bucks for it, and I can understand the light can be kind of weird, but I would only want that because I don't want to be the one person that has a light coming from their eye. Other people might be using it for more nefarious reasons.
As you're saying this, Sabrina, I was going to go, can you do that? But there's nothing illegal about taking the light off that would indicate that you're recording somebody. It's just...
It would... not in America, but I think in Japan they have a rule against that. Or the camera has to make the sound.
Japan!
Right? The camera has to make the shutter sound no matter what.
It does. Really.
Even if there's no physical shutter or, it has to indicate that a picture is being taken. I would assume, based on the nature of that law, that you also have to have a tally light indicating that you're recording video.
Yeah. I guess that's... you have to have certain things at different places, like you said. I don't know what applies in the United States. Maybe we can ask Moses about that.
I would guess
one of the reasons
Moses would say that it has to be like you still can't record people if they have an expectation of privacy.
One of the reasons why they want to do this is are the ones you have, are they Meta, Sabrina? Or
yes.
Are the Ray-Ban ones are Meta?
Yes, not the new version where you can see your text and stuff. But I have the ones that record. The AI is in my head, and it could do a bunch of other things. But as far as video goes and pictures, that was great part.
They're adding a feature to those glasses that you have, and it's
to mine.
It's facial recognition that will identify the people who are around you. And the feature is called Name Tag, will let wearers of smart glasses identify people and get information about them via Meta's artificial intelligence assistant. So you could be looking around and you'll never forget somebody's name at an event again.
I'll tell you what, I've got a name list on my notes app that would be much easier if I could just do it right through the Metas.
Unless you Dwight Schrute this and you start getting information about this person and asking them things like, how's your gay son? Or wait, hold on. That's on the
to black woman. How are you?
Like, should I be saying this out loud? Facial recognition in these glasses is freaking people out, and they want to know if somebody around them is recording them. So now they are making these apps that can detect if anybody around you is using smart glasses to record you. Of course, you can also just kind of look, but how long can you tell that for? I mean, cameras are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's only a matter of time before, notice this is not even a pinhole size thing for an HD camera in the near future here. So let us know what you think. Is that something you worry about as that happened to you? Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Before we get to State of the Union, there is still a lot of hubbub about people who are mad at the USA men's hockey team. I don't think like normal people, I don't think average people, I think only political people are mad at the USA hockey team. And by the way, some people are like, I thought we were supposed to keep politics out of sports. Well, I mean, while that's something that people say, I think they're talking more about what I've mentioned on the show recently, where all of these reporters just constantly ask people, where no one really cares about this, their opinion on whatever the issue of the moment is. So it's somebody on the red carpet, somebody at the Olympics where somebody just did a phenomenal ski run and got a gold medal. They'll ask them about, like, what do they think about ice in Minneapolis? And so that, I think that's where people were like, what's going on here? I said, personally, the root of it is the people asking the questions. But it's been a pretty long-standing tradition that winners of different things like the Super Bowl, championship games, Olympics, feats will go to the White House and they give them a little tour and they do that kind of stuff. I don't think that has to be political by default. It's just kind of a thing, though. Maybe we're just in an era where everything's political no matter what.
You could choose to make it political, or you could say, I kind of want to see the White House.
Like, well, I'm looking now at the photograph of all the Team USA men's players with their gold medals. They're in the Oval Office behind President Trump. Nobody has a MAGA hat on. Nobody's sitting there talking about politics. It's not like Kanye swinging up a chair with his red hat on. They're just in the White House. They're doing a photo opportunity. They're taking a picture with President Trump. And that set a lot of people off. Afterwards, there were some interviews about this. And here's Matthew. Don't want to screw this up. Matthew Tkachuk.
You said it right yesterday because you repeated somebody.
Oh, God. All right.
Tkachuk?
Matthew Tkachuk. I'm sorry if I got it wrong this time, Matthew. Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk. Here he is talking about the win, talking about being in Washington. They were there for the State of the Union, all that.
It was just really cool to be a part of it. I'm going to be honest. I was chanting USA myself. Like, I've never done that before, I don't think, in my life, other than like another sport event I've been at. But it was so cool. I came out just holding the gold medal, which, by the way, I think you should wear it for this.
Oh, come on, man.
Wow. Really?
There you go.
Oh, my God. This thing is so heavy. What does this weigh, 20 pounds? All right, I'm not giving it back.
Okay, if I ever get a medal, I'm not doing that. Oh, my goodness.
My shoulders.
I have to make sure I'm cooler than Sean Hannity of Fox News here.
I'll get it at some point. But it was really cool to, like, walk down and hold the gold medal and chant USA and see everybody, standing, applauding and cheering. It was a really special moment for myself and my teammates, and we felt the love and support ever since we've stepped foot back in the U.S. I guess it was.
Well, that should be fine. That should not be political. Chanting USA when you're in the USA and supporting the USA.
It's Tkachuk, by the way. The T is silent. Yeah, Tkachuk.
That's actually a cool last name.
It is.
Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk is out there. He's just like, he's not saying anything political that I can hear. He's just saying, I was chanting USA and I was excited about all of this. That seems great to me.
I could see a little backlash for him saying, I've never done it before.
Never said
people
you
were like,
USA.
you were born here. How dare you?
Did you see the clip? This probably would have maybe landed in your algorithm. I don't know, Sabrina, but did you see the clip of when they were in the strip club?
Oh, at Club 11?
Was it Club 11? There were strippers.
The Miami club we were talking about?
I'll find it here.
Yeah, because when we talked about their celebration in Miami, this Club 11 is 24-hour club / strip club. So this has to be it, unless they did some strip club bouncing around.
Okay, here I'll send this to you. I can't. Don't show it. Don't do it. Don't show it to the stream. 8.2 million views.
Don't say here.
No. I mean here in a different way. Here. I'm finding there. I sent it to both of you. This is inside this club in Miami, and there's strippers there, and they started playing the national anthem in the club, and the strippers were even like standing with their hands over their arts and boobs. It said, "There's no effing way they got the strippers to stand for the national anthem."
So many people at this strip club.
Yeah,
That's weird. And it's just a bunch of dudes with the beer bottle Right in front of them.
And a couple of strippers with a hand over the boob in the club.
Oh, I hope they did well. That's way too many dudes for a strip club. I got to be honest.
There's 2 women, I think.
What, are you fighting over lap dances?
Oh, God. So the side of this where it's like USA, patriotism should know no political party. This should not be a thing that we let the political people gobble up. People in America should be proud Americans. Country is not perfect. No country is. I think we're a lot better off in the United States of America still than anywhere else. I wouldn't rather live anywhere else. And despite the fact that we still have issues, we work through them unlike any other populace out there. And I am proud to be an American. And I think like in these moments, everybody across lines should be like, damn, that's cool. I like that this team won, and I'm proud that they were from America to bring this victory across. I think most normal people have taken it that way. The average person with a brain goes that route, but there's some people who seem to be upset about this.
That has got to be the strip club DJ's first time playing the national anthem. It's just, I almost...
I would have done the twerk version of it. Come on.
Guess what? In Miami, that's better than some of the things the DJs have been playing as of late, where... Some of the streamer guys went in there and they played the Kanye Nazi song.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Fun.
Yeah. This was like a couple of weeks ago. Some of these, like the streamer guys were going in there
also,
and they got the DJ to play the song.
We totally could have played that clip because I zoomed in and there was no actual nudity.
Yeah, they actually covered their boobs
with
their patriotism.
Okay, hold on. Are you positive about this?
Yeah, lingerie.
You don't sound positive.
Yeah.
Here it is right here. You see the camera going around, national anthems on, hands over hearts, even the strippers, and there they are.
I am just blown away with how many people are at a strip club right
God
now.
bless America.
Yeah.
Even the strippers. Buy the stripper pole. And everybody is together celebrating this. Celebrating the men and the women for their victory, too. Great job to the ladies. And everybody else who brought home gold, silver, or bronze. The Myrrh winners... Still impressive, but not quite. When we come back, we'll get into more of the State of the Union stuff here in a moment. We have to talk about this man who just completely lost it and destroyed an entire restaurant. The reason why, nobody's going to believe this is true if you weren't here for this moment, but that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Crews trying to clean up an accident 436 northbound at Lee Vista Boulevard. Right shoulder is blocked. Tap on the brakes. I-4 eastbound between Gore Street and Colonial Drive. Also, right shoulder blocked.
Stand by, Skullmikers, live read, and then I'm to you.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll peel back the mythology and legend of Christopher Columbus. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Folks, thank you for hanging out with us today. And so glad for many of you, the warm weather is back. That is an amazing thing. And you got to give it a couple hours here before things warm back up and we head into spring. But your air conditioner has just been through it, back and forth, back and forth. It's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold. Your AC might be on its last legs. You should know this ahead of time. There's preventative maintenance at Mills Air. Mills Air is one of the few places out there in the world of helping people out with their air conditioning that will help you out in a way that is fair and honest. Their techs can fix anything. They can. They really can. Whatever problem you have, they've dealt with it a million times. But they're the only ones who will be fair about what it costs at the end. 407-277-1159. That's the number for Mills Air. 407-277-1159 or find them online at millsair.com.
Want a big green egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassey's Meat Market. They'll deliver today.
Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Skull Mike activated. This is behind the scenes on the show. Thanks to everybody, all the new YouTube subscribers. Appreciate you for supporting the show, supporting the content that I create, and hanging out every single day. My fingers are too thick. I got fired. It's about time. Hey, Eat Fresh Rocks. Hey, Obi-Wan Cannoli. Count of three, YouTube and Twitch. On the count of three, name the worst chatter. On the count of three, hold. On the count of three, on YouTube, you name the worst chatter on YouTube. On Twitch, you name the worst chatter on Twitch. Stir up a little drama. 1, 2, 3. Name the worst chatter on Twitch. Name the worst chatter on YouTube. Who is going to run away with it? Not biting? Don't say are not. Me? You can say me. Yeah, you can say me. A lot of me's. Eddie? Tanya fight? Insecure Walrus says Insecure Walrus is the worst. It was a trick question. You're all amazing. Definitely Tanya, okay? Other Tanya? Other Tanya got it wrong about Tanya. Wait, which one's my Tanya? I'm confused by the Tanyas. Don't say Wasson TV. He's going through a thing. 1 minute and we're back live, everybody. Twitch is for losers? Yikes. Hey, Sean, I plan my day around this show? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll wake up and give it everything I got every single day just to make sure I don't let you and people just like you down. Team Sean growing by the moment. All right, a guy destroyed a restaurant, and the reason why is so unhinged, I think it's going to shock even you. Plus, don't forget, I'm waiting for the State of the Union drama and the good clips. I'll play those right after the next episode. Okay, coming back.
4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had. This is
Get away from the same 3 songs over and over and over. Hang out with us here on the show every day as we explore all things viral happening on planet Earth and learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Every once in a while, you just lose it. And that's what happened to the guy in this next story. I don't know what's going through your head when stuff like this happens. He completely destroyed a restaurant. This guy absolutely melted down and destroyed a restaurant. And then had an excuse for it. And the excuse is about the craziest thing I've heard in, well, at least 7 days, I would say. We'll see what you think about this here momentarily. But there was a guy at this restaurant, and He is the place is called. It just calls it a Chinese restaurant in this article. Maybe they don't want to name them for reasons that will become obvious here in a moment. But an Orange County man was arrested this week after he attacked a restaurant owner with a shovel.
Hey.
And he claimed that all Chinese restaurants would release a new strain of COVID. That's what this guy was up to. Very, very unhinged crazy man on the scene at this Chinese restaurant. I want to work something in here just for the dodos among us. And it's not you. It's other people. It's not you. But for the dodos among us, COVID is not coming from Chinese restaurants. And I think we're good on that front. There are other issues, I'm sure, with some Chinese restaurants. But this is not a thing. This is not a problem.
And bless the soul that's still living in 2019, 2020.
Yeah, I don't know, but this person's back in time, or just that worried about the next strain. They're like, hey, I know what's going on. Deputies arriving at the scene said they initially heard screaming from the kitchen. They saw a man later named as Richard Jarvis. I want to see this man's face. I bet he looks as crazy as he is. Holding a shovel and yelling that he needed to destroy the food because it was all poisoned. Ji Lu, the restaurant owner, said Jarvis pulled on the door, shouted threats, and entered the kitchen after damaging the rear entrance. He began destroying food, sauces, and utensils, causing $2,000 worth of food to be damaged.
Sauces.
In a Chinese restaurant, that is a lot of food. $2,000.
And utensils. Like, no one stopped him or even attempted. They just watched it all go down, it seemed.
Maybe a wok or something, but Chinese food is known for being such a great bang for your buck. We got a little local place around here. Every time Courtney and I get it, I go, I'm so blown away. One dinner is like $12 from our local Chinese place, and it is at least 4 meals. It's like a packed to-go container that's
a lot of
trying
carbs
to explode. Yeah, it's delicious. It's fantastic. It is such a great deal.
This occurred at the Pearls Chinese restaurant over in the Williamsburg area.
Unbelievable. Pearls Chinese restaurant. Shouts out to the people from Pearls if you're out there. I'm sorry this crazy person went in and was messing with you and breaking all your stuff. It's unbelievable. I'm sure you guys got some delicious food. And if you don't, well, that's not my business.
Now you got to eat with your hands, I guess, because he broke all the utensils. $2,000.
Probably. Yeah, here's the guy. Here's the guy for you streamers over on YouTube.
I literally just pulled this up.
Yeah. Oh, did you? Richard Jarvis.
It doesn't come off too crazy to me in the mugshot.
Not super.
He's got a wily beard, this Richard Jarvis does.
It didn't come off crazy until I saw the headline where he said, I am a prophet.
There we go.
He's a prophet. He came to the Chinese restaurant and he was there to make sure that they weren't serving up any diseases, I guess. He destroyed a whole bunch of stuff. This article says $4,000 worth of food. Who the hell knows? The owner tried to run away, but Jarvis struck him in the back with a shovel, saying, if you run away, I'll kill you. Just absolutely unhinged. There's a lot of unhinged people out there. We have too many unhinged people just running wild. We had the guy at the Walmart that got shot the other day by the cop, and he said, I declare martial law. And you're like, what, dude? What the hell is going on with some of you people? You think you're prophets? You think you're declaring martial law? You're attacking Chinese
restaurant
restaurant workers?
Martial law.
Yes, you can, just like bankruptcy.
There's something like that,
That was
right?
my one attempt at an office thing with
No,
you
it
guys.
worked. Yeah, it landed it. It worked. Yeah, you can't declare bankruptcy out loud. C-Lane saying you can't declare martial law out loud.
Well,
Can
he
one
didn't
declare?
say it, he declared it.
Can you declare citizen's arrest?
You better be damn sure that you're well within your rights to citizen's arrest somebody. Like, that is a gamble of a thing, because I think they have to be hurting somebody. They have to be in commission of a serious or violent felony. And if you're wrong, you're the one that gets false imprisonment. It's a really, flip of the coin.
Yeah, it happens. Let's see what we got here. A lot of people emailing the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. You can send those emails in if you'd like. Here is a story from Amy. Amy says, hi, Sean, to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I thought you'd be interested in reading this. Balin Dupree, the reality TV star of the Balin Out Loud show you guys have been talking about, released a statement about the whole BAFTA Awards Tourette syndrome thing. And I have the actual message here. Let me see if I can bring that up, because I did see this story. Bailin' Out Loud. Here is the woman from Bailin' Out Loud. I've never seen this show, but it's about a younger woman. How old is she? In her 20s or something?
Yeah, 23, 24.
She's a woman in her 20s, and she's dealing with life as a person with Tourette's. And people think maybe they're amping it up for the camera all the time. I don't know. Maybe that's happening, but I don't think a couple of people amping things up for the camera should discredit the whole of what is folks who actually deal with this issue. And so the Bailin' Out Loud lady weighed in on this, just to bring you up with the nuts and bolts of it if you're disconnected, been under a rock, et cetera, et cetera. The BAFTA Awards it's like the equivalent of like if there was an NPR Awards over here. The BAFTA Awards are, not something where they would purposely do anything like this. It's a very buttoned up type event that they do each year. There was a movie that was up for some awards. It was called I Swear,
yes.
or I
Correct.
Swear.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about this guy and his struggles through life with people judging him based on what happens when you have Tourette's living in a public square. And the guy was at the award show, and they, during a couple of moments, you could hear him on the stage. From what I hear, you really couldn't hear it very well in the broadcast. It's mostly clips afterwards that people pulled and like kind of cranked it up a little bit. But they said he was screaming out some stuff, and then eventually he screamed out the N-word at one point, screamed out a couple other things, and then he removed himself. He was like, I got to get out of here. I got to leave. Jamie Foxx and some others decided that he was doing this on purpose, that this was a grand conspiracy, because in his mind, white people want so bad to just say the N-word that they would pretend that it was a Tourette's fit, or there's a lot of claims here. Jamie Foxx, I bring up a bunch because his was the dumbest of them. Like, I literally thought the guy was kind of smart. Now I think Jamie Foxx might be hovering around a 70 IQ or something with his comments on this. But the woman with the Tourette's show, Bailin Dupree, that the emailer was sending in a message about, she says this: I need to speak on this as somebody who lives with Tourette's. When you live with this disorder, you lose control of your own voice sometimes, and that is a terrifying thing. God, I can't even imagine. God, that would be the weirdest thing. Tics are not thoughts. They are not opinions. They are not secret beliefs hiding underneath the surface. They are involuntary neurological impulses, like a sneeze or a hiccup, except sometimes they attach themselves to words that carry weight, history, and pain. Can you imagine how heartbreaking it is to say something you don't mean? To hear a word come out of your own mouth and feel immediate shame? To want to crawl out of your own body because your brain betrayed you? People think if a slur comes out, it must reflect what's in your heart. But Tourette's doesn't pull from hatred. It pulls from anxiety, from fear, from the very thing you're most scared of saying.
Well, he shouldn't have been scared of saying it if he wasn't thinking it, Sean.
Are you listening, Jamie Foxx? The brain misfires on what feels charged or taboo. It doesn't excuse the hurt a word carries. Words matter, history matter, pain matters, she says. But so does neurological reality. There is a difference between intent and impulse. Living with Tourette's means constantly, and here's an important part of this. This is why I said a lot of the people whining about this, and yes, I think they are whining, need to move on and go to the next thing. Leave this damn guy alone before he hangs himself from the rafters, okay? Literally a possible outcome of this that no one who's complaining seems to care about. But this is the point. Living with Tourette's means constantly apologizing for something you didn't choose to do. It means living with the fear that one moment could define you forever. Sound familiar? It means knowing that no matter how kind you are, no matter what you believe, one tick can make the world decide who you are. And that's devastating. You can hold space. We're holding space still. You can hold space for the harm of a word while also holding space for the reality of a disorder. Compassion doesn't cancel accountability, but education matters. Please understand this, she wraps up the point with. When somebody with Tourette's says something offensive as a tic, it's not coming from their heart. It's coming from a brain that sometimes doesn't give them a choice, Love, Balin Dupree. And I think that was well said from a person who knows exactly what this is like.
It's weird. There were no random curse words in that entire statement. I was waiting for just an all caps dumbass midway through that.
I don't know if that's another form. You can't help it. You send the email with the words, but there she goes. I thought that was well done, well written. And it's like, hey, let's all be normal about this. The normal thing is the words, not just one word, the words said in circumstances like this suck, and it might suck to hear them. But sometimes you have to be an adult. Be an adult and understand that other people might have, shocker here, even bigger problems than you. All right? And every once in a while, being kind to that person is a choice you can make and you should make. And when I have somebody out there like Jamie Foxx, who has probably lived one of the most privileged lives anybody can think of, anybody could dream of, this man, good looking, talented guy who's been famous since I can remember in all different ways and formats, should be a little bit bigger of a person than this. But I'm starting to believe that maybe he isn't. So now I put that to rest. I hope the guy's doing okay. I hope he's okay. I hope he doesn't hang himself from the rafters. And if he does, I hope the people...
This is not his first rodeo. Remember, he said F the Queen in front of the Queen.
Yeah.
But that does not take away from how mortifying it was.
Wait, what was the other one we learned yesterday that was pretty embarrassing?
Cancer.
The cancer one. But did he say... He said in front of a person with cancer, you're gonna die. And I just can't even imagine. So my thoughts go out to that dude and that dude alone. Don't care about anybody else in this situation, except for Google. my thoughts do go out to Google, because yesterday the story popped up about this. I don't know. I don't even need to show it on the stream. But there was a Google tweet about this.
Oh, I saw that.
No, it was not a tweet. It was a push notification, I think.
But with like a link at the bottom, right? And that's
yeah. And
that was so
hang on.
bad.
Oh
God!
understand.
I don't have no clue what you guys are talking about.
I'll bring this up here, C-Lane. Let me see if I can find this. So there was a Google notification that went out, and it was about this story. Here's the Variety article. Google deeply sorry for BAFTA news alert that included the N-word. Says message was not AI generated.
Oh, you really could have fallen back on saying it was AI generated.
But the link to click, C-Lane.
No, yeah.
It was more about ... N-words, hard R.
N-words. And N-words, with the hard R, nothing. So it was a push notification that Google sent out. Google apologized Tuesday for sending out an offensive notification about the recent BAFTA Film Awards controversy, which included the N-word. The inclusion of the slur in the message, which Google confirmed to Variety, was only sent to a small subset of app users who received push notifications.
Shouldn't have been out at all.
According to Google, system safety filters did not correctly trigger when it recognized a euphemism for an offensive term on several web pages and accidentally applied the offensive term to the notification text. Let me see if I could find the notification here, because it was not good.
I mean, do better is a weird word or phrase to use, because
how the Tourette's fallout unfolded at the BAFTA Film Awards. See more on. Oh my gosh!
Gotta say, this has been, and I don't want to speak for anybody, a very weird Black History Month. A long time.
This is an odd way to put a bookend on it. No,
at all.
This is they need to make sure that they're not sending out push notifications with.
Maybe time to hire some humans back again, double check things, huh?
Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo are catching strays here, man. This is very unfortunate.
Yeah, so there they go. I'm sure they're not happy with Google over that. And Google could have avoided this, unlike the dude with Tourette's. So there we go. We'll see what you think about all this, and dispatch over to us at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. Lots of other emails coming in. I want to hear from you. I promise we'll get to those. We will. I'm pushing back the State of the Union clips. I got some bangers in there. I really do. I've got some good ones. Some funny
the one
ones
with all the blood.
I've got some. Well, if you guys found any that you think should be played when we're doing a roundup on this, please do collect them because I want people to hear all the stuff that they missed because most people didn't watch
Let's
this.
just play the whole thing and we'll be done with the show for today.
I don't know how people do watch this. How do you sit
It's the longest one in history. Almost
was it 2 hours?
It was an hour and 47 minutes or 56.
Okay, this says an hour and 8 minutes.
Oh,
but that's a long time. It's almost 2 hours. It's 12 minutes short of 2 hours. An hour of 8 minutes, breaking by 8 minutes the previous
that's not
time
how that
mark.
works. An hour and 8 minutes is not almost 2 hours.
No, hold on.
108 minutes is what.
Hold on. Did I say an hour and 8 minutes?
Yes.
I meant 108 minutes. Excuse me. I apologize. In all, Trump spoke for 108 minutes, which broke the record by 8 minutes. That is 12 minutes less than 2 hours. Did I get it right that time?
Yes.
That's what I meant to say. The previous
and it's
time
12 minutes less than somebody we know scoring on call sheet.
And just for the record, he also broke his own record. The previous record for the joint session of Congress was last year. So he went 108 minutes. I can't watch that stuff. I find it to be too boring. I like news. I like all of these things. I like fireworks. But I find it to be too boring and too long. I think the award shows are too long, and those have musical performances. There aren't any musical performances during a State of the Union.
That would have been nice.
Yet. It could be. All of a sudden, Ball with the Boss starts cranking up in the middle of the State of the Union.
Is he going to lip sync right this time?
I've got a bunch of banger clips from that. We'll do that after the next episode. If you guys have any, just hold them to the side and we'll get into that together. When we come back, we'll get into an unbelievable moment. If you've never watched the show, I want you to see this. Go over to YouTube, youtube.com/The News Junkie. Go to YouTube. The News Junkie is what you could search and watch the live stream. Wait till you see this next story. It's unbelievable. Don't worry, everybody else. I'll put it up on See It Now right now. So it's up while we're talking about it. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to let the lady win.
Really?
Like, I'm going to dominate her on the field and in the bedroom.
Not with that testosterone blood paint on.
Not with a 100 and your testosterone. The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Not too many traffic issues to report. Road Rangers still trying to clear out an accident, I-92 eastbound before World Drive. Just the right shoulder there is blocked. No problems right now. Florida's Turnpike or headed to the airport. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Florida Pest Control. Termite alert. Termite swarms are active in your area.
Welcome. Behind the scenes.
Sure, it could be the best part of the week, the best part of your week, the moment you reset, recharge, and walk out sharp. And you do that with Hammer and Nail.
Welcome behind the scenes of the show, YouTube, Twitch. When we are in a network commercial break, and I am out of that chair, we call this skull mic, because there's a skull down there. Can't really show it to you, but you just have to take my word for it. There's also a Mr. Predicto and a Samuel L. Jackson down. By the way, if you subscribe to Secret Shows or gift just one subscription, you can choose as your gift afterwards asking Mr. Predicto any question. No questions are off limits. Any question. Ask Predicto any question if you sign up for Secret Shows at thenewsjunkie.com or go to thenewsjunkie.com and click that gift icon. All it takes is one sub to ask Predicto anything.
Traffic lady's little mush mouth?
No, the traffic lady's dog was barking in the background or something at the end.
Oh.
I think that's what I heard.
She's working from home.
Sports Johnson heard it. Yeah, their lady's dog was barking during the traffic report. Predicto, what's Sean's Only Farmer's password? To optimize for Predicto, it needs to be a yes or no question. All right? To optimize for Predicto, it needs to be a yes or no question. And after you claim that, email me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com with your question, and I'll ask it immediately. Sign up for Secret Shows or gift a sub. And don't forget, nobody is on it yet. The Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame. You can get your photo in here, whatever it is, or a funny photo from the show, whatever you want on the Hall of Fame, which is featured on the stream, featured on the show every single day. Maybe your beautiful mug is up there. Maybe you take an embarrassing shot from the show. All you have to do is gift 10 subs over at thenewsjunkie.com. Hit that gift icon. All right, couple minutes and we're back. Predicto is very negative lately. It's Dr. Plow. Well, Sunshine John is on it, but he hasn't emailed me. Sunshine John is going to be legacied in to the frame, but I need Sunshine State John to send whatever photo he wants to me. A photo of me? Well, it doesn't have to be a photo of you. I know it says your photo here, but it doesn't have to be you. It could be something embarrassing from the show. It could be me. Like this, you know? Okay, a couple minutes and we're back live. All real money should send you right to the top. Board still broken? What? What? Pick of Coco? Well, we'll take the dog. If you want to put your dog on here, your cat, your aardvark, your mom's box, anything goes. The chat leaderboard? Oh, the chat's gone. So the chat leaderboard, the leaderboard on the site only quantifies dispatches sent, comments made, likes, those kind of things. I can have that updated at some point, though. In fact, I will have that updated to only include gifted subs. Do a pet of the month like condo lobbies do? This show is basically a condo lobby, so yes, I think we should. That's close, Arnott, but not all the way there. Tips at the Nukes Junkie is different. There you go. I saw a clip where somebody was talking about the snow, and in the background, the dog was rolling all over the place, having the time of his life. Good, that's how it should be. Stand by. Okay, 90 seconds and we're back. Sorry, lots going on. Okay, we are coming back right now. We're going to get geared up for the next episode in a couple of minutes. After the next episode, everything you wanted to know, didn't want to know, or didn't think you wanted to know about the State of the Union in short clip form is coming up right after the next episode. That's 1 o'clock on the nose. Right on the nose. All right, coming back.
At no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-983-2077. That's 800-983-2077. What do you have to lose? Call 800-983-2077. Again, 800-983-2077.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. From the pursuit of gold. Golden gold. To the bracket busting in March.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
From the first pitch in spring training.
Ohtani tees off.
To the dreams of the NFL draft.
With the first pick.
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local station. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
You're listening to the News Junkie. Proceed towards your undoing.
Believe it or not, yeah, inside my house. I'll get to it in just a moment here. You can learn more about the show, subscribe to the podcast, and enjoy yourself at your leisure, if you want, over at thenewsjunkie.com. The threat is coming from inside the house, and I'll tell you, I started doing these short-form videos, vertical videos for TikTok, Instagram, those kind of platforms. Only because I thought it was such garbage slop content on these platforms in the news world. Generally speaking, it's fun, and there's tons of fun clips, and everybody's doing a great job making fun, funny stuff. But in the news world, and in the viral news world in particular, I was like, all of this sucks. It's people green screening themselves, pointing at something, and they're like, take a look over here, and then this, and then so low quality, such slop content. So I said, in 2026, I'm going to do something. I'm going to figure out the format that works for this, and I'm going to start making a clip each day after the show that I put on all these platforms. It's been incredibly successful so far, so thanks for that. But one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because so much of the short videos on Instagram, TikTok, etc., so many of them were just fake, just completely fake. And Courtney yesterday, she's waiting for me. I'm putting my shoes on. We're going to go take Lady out for a walk. And she's watching videos with the volume up on her Instagram on her phone. And I hear this fast-talking news guy, like a Zoomer news guy on social media. And he goes, a recent story involves somebody with a bank error in their favor. What would you do? And the guy says, hey.
Is this Monopoly news?
Basically. That's
the only place there's ever been a bank error in my favor.
Yeah, bank errors in your favor just don't exist. They don't. Once they figure them out, you're not getting anything in positive out of the outcome. So the story that the guy pushes out is if a woman was arrested or a man was arrested because they accidentally deposited over $1 million in their bank account, and the judge told them they could either keep the money and serve a year in prison or give the money back. And what would you do is what the guy in the clip said. And then Courtney goes, did you hear this story? And I go, yeah, it's fake. I hear it like every 6 months. I hear that fake story about the guy with bank account and his error, and the judge decided you can either keep the money and serve a year in prison. Would you serve a year in prison? Or would you rather give up all the money that the bank accidentally put in your account?
I don't think you can do that.
Of course not. Of course not. Like, in no world would the bank put $1 million accidentally in your account. In no world with the money in your account, in that small chance that that did happen, is the bank or the judge or anybody going to agree that, hey, you can decide, clever punishment, you spend a year in prison and keep the $1 million, or you give it up. It's obviously a fake story. And I'm like, I noticed it immediately. I said, don't regular people notice it immediately? And Courtney she was into it. And then when I told her, I was like, that's fake. It goes around like every 6 months. It's like the story about the midgets getting eaten by the hippopotamus. It's fake.
No,
it's a fake story.
That I'm pretty sure is not
fake.
Been proven fake.
It's fake. And it pops up every 6 months. And she goes, yeah, but which would you do? And I'm like, oh, you're the... And she goes, but I couldn't not be with you for a year, so I would have to give the money up. And I go, good news, hon. You don't have to make a decision because it's not real. And I'm like, oh, it's coming from inside the house. The problem is coming from inside the house. And all kinds of people will see these things, and it will go mega viral. And mostly because people don't know real news stories from fake ones. And I mean, for me, it comes pretty easy because I've been doing this show forever. So I can see them and I can read through them. I can even read through the hoaxes 90+% of the time. I can see when somebody's lying because I just use my experience and the information I know and the information I can find out and determine if something is real or not real. do a little research, but people generally don't. And that's why I started doing those videos. But even she got sucked in by it. And I go, that's not real. That's not a real story. And she goes, I know, but what would you do? What would you do? Would you take the money?
Her conversation, is still fun.
Yeah.
The hypothetical is fun. I asked you yesterday if you had to choose between dating a person with Tourette's or a person who is just, no matter what, stuck looking like a younger person. Obviously, you're not doing either of those.
That's a great question.
That's the hypothetical, man.
And you don't know. Maybe I will. Courtney keeps digesting this fake news. Sayonara, sucker. All right? Adios, muchacha. And then who's next? It's the Tourette's lady or the one that looks... No, this is not a decision I'm going to have to make. No, Courtney, I love you. I love you. I'll never be with anybody else. I just don't want to get in trouble when she gets home. She's not here right now to yell at me. Anyhow, it's coming from inside my house. Yeah, now I'm just overdoing it. You're the best. You're the best. Please don't be mad at me. You're the best. All right. I say all this because I didn't know if this was a fake story when I saw it. So I don't know if it's coming from inside my house from me as well. But here's the story. My dying husband wants to spend his time left on lavish trips, but I have to plan for my future. This person says, my husband and I turned 80 years old this year.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm going to say something mean, but...
Say it. Say it.
What future?
Hey, future can be short term.
No.
1 to 5 years.
We could be talking 20 years. They could make it to 100. There was a guy at the State of the Union. I'll play it for him. He's going to turn 100 on the 4th of July, for God's sake. And he was still kind of there. My husband and I turned 80 years old this year. He's in remission from a cancer that has no cure. So we fully expect that our future will hold more debilitating treatments. He's also in the beginning stages of mild cognitive impairment, and his symptoms have been increasing. But he has a plan for the future that I can't get behind. Recently, we took some expensive trips that we had deferred during the pandemic and his cancer treatment. Now my husband wants to continue with this level of vacation spending on trips to faraway countries for once-in-a-lifetime bucket list experiences before he dies.
Yeah.
She says, I don't want us to go on these lavish trips because he's being selfish and he wants to do these bucket list trips before he dies. And I'm worried about me having money after he's dead and rip and gone.
Reasonable. Also considering his lack of remembering things. Or did we write that right after one window of his memory lapse, or
doesn't say?
Did we forget about it right after?
She says, I feel this will put our future financial security at risk and that we should be scaling back on our expenses to be prepared for the possibility of needing expensive nursing home or in-home care in the future.
Huh.
I understand he wants to enjoy his life as much as possible for the condition that makes that impossible, but I worry about becoming poor in the sense that I would still have enough income to meet my basic living expenses, but I would not be able to afford a nursing home or at-home care for myself if the need were to have arise. What do you think? They're in their 80s. The guy wants to spend it up and travel the world while he can still remember and he's not drooling on himself in diapers. And the woman's like, nah, you're going to be dead and gone before too long. I need to worry about myself.
Get an attorney.
You know what the answer is? Get a divorce.
That's expensive, too.
No.
Talk about waste of funds.
Agree on a 50-50 divorce. You're both 80 years old. Be adults about this. Agree on a 50-50 divorce. You're 80 years old. You split the money in half. If he wants to go on one of these trips, he goes. If you want to go with him, you can. But then you each have your own money. All right? You have your own money, and you're not worried about him spending that up. Let that man go out in style, you selfish bitch, says Kevin over on YouTube. He just wants to travel, okay? What do you think?
He has no idea where he is. Put a giant green screen in front of him. It's fine.
He knows for now. He says he knows for now. When we come back, give us your thoughts on that. But when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? To talk about perfect timing, bring the gold medal or your gold star status to a cottage that's heated. Rivalry style. Move over, spreading ashes at beaches that land in strangers' mouths. We've got an urn from Liquid Death, and it's a banger. Plus, we bid adieu to Ambassador Gav, and or that singing McDonald's manager who has been McBeamed up to heaven. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting a beautiful Tuesday. After a bit of a chilly start, afternoon highs will climb their way into the upper 60s and low 70s, with a high of 72 degrees today in Orlando. Still a couple of degrees below normal, but we'll take it, especially under a sunny sky. Temperatures will warm their way back into the 80s as we head into tomorrow and our Friday, nearing the mid-80s even as we head towards Friday afternoon. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. At Everdoor, repairs come with a full 42-point check. Free. No guesswork. No missteps. Everdoor inspects what others skip. Schedule your repair now at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
If you're tired of cooking...
Hello. Skull bike activated. Welcome behind the scenes of the show.
What goes really good with sandwiches?
I don't know, what? Tomato soup?
Like, what would you get for free with a sandwich?
What would you get for free with a sandwich? Potato chips?
Smaller.
But pickle. Pickle beer? Oh, for the sandwiches thing, for secret chips. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah. I mean, I like that cucumber beer a lot, so if I like a cucumber beer.
I feel like pickle's gonna be a little different.
By the way, we just got ratings in.
Oh.
Number one person's 25-54. Number one person's 18 to 49. Number one men 18 to 49. Number one women 18 to 49. Number one men 25 to 54. Number one women 25 to 54. Number one person's 35 to 64. Number one men 35 to 64. Number one women 35 to 64. That's just what's number one.
That's awesome, dude.
Thanks, dude. Did you call me dude?
No, I said babe.
Oh, I think I said dude. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your service. Thanks for not being mad at me.
Why would I be mad at you?
I don't know.
So you were either stuck with a 12-year-old looking girl or someone with Tourette's?
I would obviously choose the 12-year-old.
Yeah, of course.
Big numbers. Big numbers coming in. Huge ratings.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Premier Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis
Okay.
work. Here's Dr. Simovitz,
Jesus.
specialist in
Juggling so many things.
Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history.
Thanks for all the congrats.
Instant results right in the office.
It's because of YouTube and Twitch that we are number one. It is because of YouTube and Twitch. Without YouTube and Twitch, 0. 0.0. Thanks for going number one all over us. I got more for you. I've gone number one all over you, but I could go number two if I need to. 90 seconds and we're back. Also, number two person's 18 plus. Number two men 18 plus. Number two person's 35 plus. Men 35 plus. There ain't nothing we're not top three in, but number one in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 demos. And there's more than that too. Woo! Yeah! 2026, baby. Let's fucking go. Thank you for being a part of this. When this whole thing blows up, just stratospheric, you can say you were here. When this stream every day has 5,000 concurrents and we're going astronomical, skywall, you can say you were here. And I thank you for that. And if we don't do that, I'll be dangling from a rope. Back in a moment.
Start your well-being
with the next episode.
Your first audiobook free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Help you than the top voices in well-being on Audible. Kickstart your well-being journey with your first audiobook free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com/wellbeing.
This is the biggest night in podcasting.
The countdown is on to our 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards. Live from South by Southwest, March 16th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world. This is
always a joy when at the end of the day the ratings come in and you make us number one in about every single category that we possibly could be on this show. So thank you for that. It's appreciated. It makes me want to wake up in the morning and do it all over again each day in this never-ending job. But thank you for that. Huge numbers coming in the latest ratings book on this show. Thanks for being a fan. We appreciate hanging out with you each and every day. Right now, friends, it is time. So let's do this. Pack your bags. Let's get ready to go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I declare martial law! What, dude?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode.
I declared it.
Sabrina. Hey.
It's just saying it.
I declared it.
Hold up. Before you get into martial law, how about you put money back in your hands? Especially if you're looking to refinance. Maybe you've got a first mortgage quote and you've never compared it. Well, may I introduce to you that mortgage guy, Don, and his website, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Very easy to compare your quote, but there's a boat and you don't want to miss it. If you hit the button that says compare, you upload your quote, that mortgage guy, Don, will tell you if it's any good or help you find a very good quote. Everything else that you want to do, maybe buy your first dream home, start a business, expand your business, reverse mortgages, HELOCs, reverse mortgages, I said it again, and all that in between. Just work with someone who's got your back, and that, my friends, is that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
'Twas a mere 23 years ago, 2003, one of the guys from this group right here.
Cheech and Chong.
That is correct. And which of the two do you think in 2003 had their bong business raided by the feds?
Oh, Tommy Chong.
That is correct. Points for Sean.
Wasn't it his son that did all that, though?
Great question.
Wait. When was that? What year was that, did you say?
2003.
You know what's so crazy? Look at us now in 2026 and imagine that story.
We could sell bongs. I think we could say bongs now, too, can't we?
People kind of came to the conclusion together because there was a good campaign for it that marijuana is not the biggest deal if it's regulated in some ways. And
it took a while.
Like the idea that somebody would go to jail for selling bongs now is preposterous, and it probably should be.
Now, do you think that's preposterous? Imagine that just 8 years ago in 2018, check the last video I just sent you, Sean.
Okay.
In 2018, China banned the letter N as part of a widespread censorship effort.
Probably
and
a good
no,
idea.
not the N-word that seems to be coming up a lot as of late here in the U.S. They banned the actual letter N. Here's a clip about that.
Okay.
The letter N.
Okay.
This is a capital N.
That's it. That's all I need. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And that man makes more money than all three of us combined.
Doesn't he say, oh, God, does he ever?
How much? How many
Bounce
views?
Patrol, 34 million subscribers, 7.5 million views.
Just put on a tie and a T-shirt and dance around like an effing weirdo.
Man.
And you're rich.
Unbelievable.
Also, some advice. Don't murder your wife and stage it as a crime scene in Ohio or anywhere in the U.S., dare I say the world. I bring to you a former contestant of this show.
American Idol.
That is correct, and that is also the second clip I just sent you. Authorities in Ohio have arrested a former contestant on American Idol and charged him with shooting and killing his wife and staging the crime scene to mislead investigators. But we got him. Caleb Flynn, 39 years old, and I'm sure Mama Lane and Mama Ambra know exactly who that is because they're the only two that still watch the show. He pled not guilty late last week on charges of murder, assault, and tampering with evidence. He says, I just want to take care of my daughters. I'm not a risk.
Yikes. Is he, though? Should we hear from him?
Well, you tell me. Bond set at $2 million.
Really?
I understand. Okay.
That was Caleb Flynn Friday morning in a orange gel jumpsuit.
So quiet, some of these
working
videos.
to convince a Miami County judge he's not a flight risk.
It's not.
Miami,
he's facing
Ohio.
charges of murder, 2 counts of
Wait
felonious
till you hear the
assault,
911 call
and 2 counts of tampering with evidence.
The court is going to order a $2 million blanket bond in this case.
Friday, we got a hold of the 911 call Caleb made.
Right here.
Somebody broke into my home. Somebody broke in my home and shot my wife. The door to leaving to the garage door was wide open when I ran in there.
But this report we got our hands on said a Tip City detective noticed the side door in the garage was open. Quote, as we were looking at the door, we noticed the door has a large fridge in front of it that would have had been pushed to open the door.
Bam. Case solved. Also, compare all of the 911 calls of husbands right after murdering their wives or girlfriends to try to fake it like it's a robbery. And they all sound the same.
Oh, my God!
I don't know. She's dead. Well, he's been caught, $2 million bond, and I feel very
That's a lot.
bad for his daughters who do not have a mom anymore and have a crazy-ass dad.
I never heard of that guy, though. I mean, I wouldn't, though. I'm not
At this point, contestants on American Idol are in the thousands, right?
Yeah, there's a lot. Mm-hmm.
But he will not be going to Hollywood, I'll tell you that. Someone also not going to Hollywood because he's in heaven. We bid adieu to John Wheeler, who has passed away at the age of 95.
R.I.P.
Now, he was on Star Trek. He also was on The Dukes of Hazzard. And some people who are maybe a little older than all of us, he was a singing McDonald's manager on an early commercial.
Oh,
And,
nice.
he has passed away at the age of 95. He also performed with the New York City Opera and Grammy-winning Belafonte singers.
What did he sing in the McDonald's commercial?
I'm the McDonald's manager, and this is the commercial from...
This would have been back in like the You Deserve a Break Today.
What's his name? Can I get his name? So I can
John Wheeler.
Yeah, John Wheeler.
John Wheeler. McDonald's?
He also portrayed in Dukes of Hazzard Mr. Rhuebottom.
Okay.
Rude.
No, I don't have any John Wheeler.
That's what they like. There's something about what he did on that commercial because it's all the headlines, like Star Trek and McDonald's commercial star.
There is some weird ass McDonald's commercials. McDonald's attempted vehicular burger side commercial.
Hit it. In John Wheeler's honor, hit it.
Yeah, this is for him.
What could be better than a weekend in the great outdoors? Breakfast at McDonald's.
Rubber, rubber, rubber. Good idea. Breakfast at McDonald's.
Is this
Let's
real?
Get going. Whoops.
I think it is.
Three-wheeler? A three-wheeler starts up?
Oh, he's trying to murder them.
Watch out!
Oh, my God.
They don't make them like they used to, do they?
Different time.
All right.
And should you find that your time is coming to a close, maybe we can forward this over to the 80-year-old couple that wants to travel and or save money after one of them dies. According to a new report, we have Series X. It's a Cooler Masters KFC console, a PC that actually heats chicken. Or if you want, just find yourself, dead style, inside a Spotify and Liquid Death speaker urn.
I saw this. Yeah. This is pretty cool.
It looks kind of cool.
All right, show it. Show it to the
Hold
people,
on.
maybe.
I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up right now. Give me just a second.
And also worth mentioning, iHeartRadio's urn's going to be so much cooler and better.
Obviously, yeah, in every way.
And
here it is.
Millions of artists.
They have an urn from Spotify and Liquid Death.
Get the logo off my urn, please.
It's part of it.
But
and
yeah,
it looks like
It's a collab.
it's also $495, but you can put your ashes in there. The Eternal Playlist speaker, shaped like an urn, only $150 available, and almost $500. A Bluetooth speaker. Does it sound good? Well, it's made out of polyester resin, according to Liquid Death. The speaker is shoved into a plastic urn and has the sweet logos of two companies that did not pay for your funeral services.
I like how they ask a question then don't answer it. They're like, does it sound good? Well, it's made of polyolithium carbonate.
You won't know because you dead.
All right. Okay.
So happy dying and buying.
Do you get to
buying
pick
and
the
dying.
playlist, the forever playlist?
That's up to your loved ones. And according to Sean's stories last couple of weeks, it might not be listened to. All your dad wanted was to be in a peanut jar.
I didn't want to do it. Yeah, sorry.
Peanut jar with speaker on it?
No, and I couldn't have put his
I think
songs
it was
on
a
there because
coffee can.
I told you guys
peanuts.
he had pretty terrible taste in music. Like he would have wanted that stupid
Bonnie.
Boz Lerman suntan song.
Everybody's free to wear sunscreen.
Yeah, he would have wanted that talk song on there where it's just like a guy talking about sunscreen the whole time.
While we're here and we're living, let's see what's on the bib tube, my friends. And Cheech and Chong are back. And you can watch the series premiere of Scrubs Revival. C-Lane, excited?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll watch it.
50th season premiere of Survivor on CBS, The Masked Singer on Fox, series premiere of The Greatest Average American on ABC, and you can catch Jason Bateman on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber, but most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. God, that Boz Lerman song is so bad. Kids, don't ever YouTube that. It's just a guy being like,
but now I want to hear it.
you know what's great? Sunscreen. And the music is playing in the background.
There's no singing.
It's just talking. There's more talking than a Not a Surf song, which is to say some amount of talking. There is some amount of talking that is too much, in my opinion. Let us know what you think. I got a lot of response on that woman who didn't want her dying husband to travel because he was going to use up all their money, even though they were both in their 80s. And we got, as promised, the State of the Union bangers, everything you missed or didn't think you missed from the State of the Union, all the clips that stand out, all the drama coming up next on the News Junkie.
Get ready for high-flying action unlike anything else on the Supercross circuit. Daytona Supercross returns to the World Center of Racing February 28th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or call 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
No traffic troubles to report at this hour. Just a little bit of a slow ride. I-4 eastbound between Osceola Polkline Road and World Drive. Also, I-4 eastbound between Gore Street and Colonial Drive. Long-term construction going on I-4 eastbound and westbound. Interchange improvements happening at State Route 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Listen up, my friends. Question for you. Do you already have a mortgage quote, and are you wondering if it's any good? Studies have shown that less than 20% of people compare the first mortgage quote they get. So, don't be a slacker. Be a winner and get peace of mind by going to thatmortgageguydon.com. It is so easy to compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don. Go to the website, hit the button that says compare, upload your quote, and that mortgage guy, Don, will tell you if it's any good. And if it's not any good, he's going to help you find a good quote. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote today and work with an expert and a friend that you could trust. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Stand by, Skull Mike. 1 sec.
Have you been to Wassey's Meat Market yet? Wassey's Meat Market has hand-cut, never frozen quality meats. And they've been right here in Melbourne for over 30 years. Choose, choice, and prime domestic Wagyu, Australian Wagyu, and A5 Japanese Wagyu beef. Wassey's.
Welcome. Behind the scenes of the show. We're at a quick commercial break, then we'll be back with more. We'll give you the whole roundup. What you missed, didn't miss, wish you missed, or didn't know you missed from the lovely State of the Union address.
We may be dealing with the cold weather right now, but before you know it, Florida's heat and humidity will be back, and we all know how that can drive up your energy bills. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed replacement windows to the rescue because they're engineered specifically for our climate. And right now, during their free Window February event, when you buy 4 replacement windows or doors, you get the 5th free. It's a smart way to boost your comfort, protection, and energy efficiency all at once. Even better, many homeowners notice a difference immediately.
All right.
Quieter rooms, fewer drafts.
2 minutes and we're back live. How are you?
Work is hard, and with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for
PF says ribeye steaks will be $11.99.
What do you have to say about using Renewal by Anderson?
$13.99 bonus at Publix tomorrow. Well, let's all go together.
We recommend Renewal by Anderson.
Let's all go together.
Florida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. Official partner.
Sean, Sunstage John, and Cocoa Picks coming soon, brother. Yes. Please send that on over to tipsathenewsjunkie.com, and I will put you up in the Hall of Fame as the first photo. Everybody else, get to gifting. Thenewsjunkie.com, hit that gift icon. Spread the word. Couple good emails coming in. Oh, I already have a picture from Sunstage John. Excellent. Let's see.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. Enough is Orlando.
Listen to 96.9 The Game, home of complete magic coverage, sponsored by Modern
Bro.
Plumbing. For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Stop.
Modernpi.com. And remember to check out 96.9 The Game, your home for complete magic coverage, sponsored by Modern Plumbing.
To everyone who loves sharing.
Give me a second, folks. Stand by.
Fish fry isn't just about enjoying the crispy golden fish. Even though it does taste amazing, it's also about sitting around the table and sharing good food with even better company. At Culver's, we hand batter our cod and walleye so your meal tastes homey. Our walleyes only arrive for a limited time, so when it's here, we make sure every bite is worth it. Since we cook our food fresh, you and your family get a satisfying crunch every single time. It's the same with our butterfly jumbo shrimp. It's made to order and golden fried to perfection. And to make it a real fish fry, you've gotta pair it with your favorite sides. Crinkle cut fries, cheese curds, even coleslaw.
Hold on. Let's see how fast it works. Wait. Let's see how fast it works. I just blasted into the frames. Whoa! Hey! Hold on! You missed it. Come here. Look! Damn it! Come on! It's there!
Coming to you live from the Just Call
needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junk.
With us on a day like today, you look great. You smell great. Take a seat. Let's have some fun together. Learn more about the show at thenewsjunkie.com. The State of the Union was last night. Hold on before you go running out of here, escaping because you didn't watch that or you weren't tuned in. I've got sort of a bit of a collection of the clips of stuff that I thought was interesting and weird and sideshow-esque, and just whatever, an overview of what happened. If you didn't watch the nearly 2-hour speech, my God, that's a long time.
A good amount of those people that were there physically last night who must have some throbbing calves, right?
That doesn't look comfortable, the seats that they have for the State of the Union.
And standing up and sitting down.
Standing
up,
over and
down.
over. Yes,
It's
over
like
and
being
over
in
again.
a 2-hour Catholic church mass.
Yeah.
Exactly. Except more boring even. I would never want to do this. And there was a lot of people who weren't even there to begin with at the State of the Union. A bunch of the Democrats, like half of the Democrats, didn't even show up. They didn't even show up to the State of the Union. They were boycotting it. They were saying that they didn't even want to be there. There were some number of them that were there. And some of them who were talking about it, this is Representative Annie Craig, and here she is talking about the State of the Union right before it all happened.
Rather stick forks in my eyes than be here tonight to listen to Donald Trump talk about the State of the Union. But this is the people's house.
That is one way to say it. She said she would rather stick forks in her eyes than be there at the State of the Union. But she was, and no forks in her eyes yet. That's a very strong visual.
Wait,
though,
she
man.
was there?
Yeah, she was there.
After
She was
all
there. She wanted to think about the fork in the eye, but she didn't end up going that route, I guess. Of the Supreme Court justices, 5 of them showed up. 4 of them didn't even show up, but I guess they're not always there. I guess there's some of them that don't always show up. That was an interesting moment to me that they all show up in their robes.
About that, but also I do believe that there's this anxiety about where the technological revolution is taking us.
Let me just point out, this is the Chief Justice, Elena Kagan, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett, justices of the Supreme Court. 4 of the 9, Amy Coney Barrett, Kagan, and Roberts, all voted against President Trump in his tariff ruling. We don't know.
All right, so they showed up there. Only 4 of the 9 Supreme, or they said 5 in this post, but didn't they just show 4 there? I think they showed 4. Yeah, 4 of them there are in this, unless there was another one somewhere that was like not with them. They usually stay together and walk in together.
Yeah, it says
as a sign
5
of
didn't
unity.
show up, so there should be 4.
Oh, okay. 5 of the 9 didn't come to the State of the Union, is what the way he's wording it. Okay, 5 of the 9 didn't show up, so 4 of them showed up for the State of the Union, and that was it. John Fetterman was the only Democrat, like the person not in the same party as the president, who shook Trump's hand. In a suit, too. He got that guy wearing a suit. I didn't think you could get Fetterman wearing a suit for anything.
Like,
he wears a hoodie all the time.
Bottom half, too? It's not a blazer with basketball shorts?
I think it's a little hard to tell, but I think you got Fetterman in an actual suit here.
Wait. He shook the president's hand and he wore a suit? Somebody's got dirt. Somebody's keeping him in line.
You better shape up. There he is. So he was the only member of the opposing party that greeted Trump as he came in for the State of the Union. The State of the Union went on for an hour and 8 minutes, which is just
108 minutes.
I did it again. I'm sorry, 108 minutes or
an hour and 48 minutes.
Nearly 2 hours long. I'm not looking at any of the details here, so I'm just winging it. But yeah, that's correct. I made that same mistake twice. I will hit myself many times after the show. Let's get to some of the clips from the State of the Union to see what was going on and see what we missed out on, if anything. Here's a moment where Trump was talking about some statistics and things went sideways.
Our country has never been stronger. My first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny? Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand, Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people, said the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
So he said, I ended 8 wars, and then I guess they started booing or saying, then they were saying it's a lie in the background. And so Trump took a shot at them during the State of the Union. These things are like so hyper political now, as is so much of stuff. That's why people are disconnected from these things. Here's another comment from Trump about the drug boats that they've been bombing. Let's see what we missed here.
And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that. We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore.
Nobody wants to go fishing anymore, he says. He's talking about them bombing these drug boats over there. This was one of the biggest parts. This was where a lot of people started posting clips of this particular moment. And I guess Trump was doing a thing where he said, stand if you agree with me. And then he would say things that obviously most viewers would go, okay, yeah, I agree with that. And try to see if the Democrats would stand up. You know, his opponents at the State of the Union would stand up, or if they would just be against anything he said. He was trying to use this as a trick of sorts during the State of the Union. So here he is.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator
I'll pump it
to
up.
join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Everybody behind him stands up.
Look around, look around.
The Democrats are not standing up. There's so much of this. Like, there's so much of just like, the standing,
Smug.
applauding. He said the first duty of this country is to, what was his exact quote? Support its citizens, not illegal immigrants?
Protect its citizens and not illegal immigrants.
I don't want to get him wrong.
If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
All right, so that was one of his stand up if you agree with it moments, and the Democrats didn't stand up. Then this says Democrats refuse to stand for Anna Zarutska, who is the mother of Irina Zarutska. If you don't recognize that name, don't worry. But she is the woman who was fatally stabbed on the train by the crazy person, the mentally ill man who stabbed her in the neck on a train, this Ukrainian model that was in the news for a little while. Was that last year? I don't know.
Yeah.
Timelines are sideways now.
He was not a legal alien. I thought he was an American citizen.
No.
Okay.
He was definitely an American. He was just a mentally ill man that the law enforcement to prosecutor to back on the streets pipeline had kept feeding him round and round until somebody got killed. And I guess there was a moment with that.
Dozen times and was released through no cash bail. Stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body.
Jesus.
No one will ever forget.
A lot of the descriptions that he did with these parents in the audience are like really graphic.
Viciously stabbed through. I'll bring it back so we can hear.
Arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail. Stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body.
Damn, bro.
No one will ever forget. There were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds.
Her mom is there, for those of you listening.
She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal set free to kill in America. Came in through open borders. Mrs. Zaretsky, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina.
All right, everybody stands up. But I guess, do they show the other side of the aisle? Oh, that's Erica Kirk next to her. Charlie Kirk's wife, widow. I mean, I can't tell if somebody's not standing up. Yeah, I just see that she's crying. They don't even show the reaction if anybody else is standing up or not standing up in this particular clip of her. Somebody over on chat says, let's see here, where did that go? Ethan on YouTube says, this is what happens when there's a Democrat president. The Republicans don't stand up and clap either. That's why making it an issue is dumb. Is it though? Like, why shouldn't you? That's what I would throw back at you on that.
Why shouldn't
they? If somebody was, let's say I'm Team B and Team A president is doing their State of the Union, if they say something that's just agreeable to everybody or should be agreeable to everybody, shouldn't you stand up or applaud, or should you just never do that because the other person's on the other team? What I'm saying is if they go up there and they say something you agree with, you should stand up. In fact, there was a moment, I think, when everybody did stand up. There was like one comment. That's it. Only one comment brought everybody together up. Here it is. This is that moment.
Market. Let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
Isn't that already illegal?
Yes.
Okay, now everybody stood up for that. Even Elizabeth Warren. That's weird. Everybody stands up for that one.
They stood up for that. I can't believe it.
Yeah, everybody stood up for that one. So if you're going to stand up for that one, why wouldn't you stand up for some of the other ones? Like,
well, the other one, don't you think it was kind of like a loaded question, considering all the back and forth with
I think
and immigration stuff?
I would suggest that definitely American citizens should come before illegal immigrants in this country always and forever. I would say we got to take care of our own people. Got to take care of veterans. We got to take care of our own actual citizens of this country before we can help out everybody else. That's how I would feel about it. I think a lot of people probably would. So I would have stood up on the other side if I was sitting there in front of him. I'd be like, yeah, I agree with that. I think more bipartisan stuff like that would be good to see. I don't think you're going to see it, but I think it would be good to see. Here's somebody getting the Medal of Honor. This guy is 100 years old or will be on the 4th of July, which, think about that.
4th of July. On the 4th of July.
Which isn't the 250th birthday of the United States of America, right?
Yes, yeah.
On the 4th of July, this guy's going to be 100 years old, and he got a medal during the event. This guy is old. I don't know if he knows what's going on, but there he goes.
Necklace.
Medal of Honor they put around him. This guy's lit up with ribbons and pins on his military uniform.
Is decorated.
Yeah, he's done it. He's smiling. He's having a good time. There he goes. 99 years old, this gentleman. He was a Navy fighter pilot who shot down 4 Soviet jets during a secret mission in the Korean War. Nobody has ever heard this story until now, this post says. What else do we have? Is there anything I'm missing here? There's only a couple more clips.
The thing that I was referring to earlier when he was talking about how viciously that woman's throat was slashed when her parents are there and her mother's crying. There was another one where he was talking about Sarah Beckstrom. Am I getting that right? Sarah Beckstrom, who was killed. Her parents were there. They actually went to a shot of her parents right before he actually officially went to them, and the mother was yawning. As I would imagine a lot of people were, on either side.
Who's running the camera?
I was curious about that because you would think they would,
They're zooming in or steady, and they just have
they move around.
There.
Yeah, they
move
would go to reactions and stuff.
Well, and they knew where to go because they knew he was going to talk about these particular parents. So they talk about this person's parents, and they lost their child. They lost Sarah Beckstrom. And then the next person they went to was sitting right next to them, and this person was shot, and that guy was alive. He was sitting right next to them, and they're like, and here's the guy who survived. And I thought, well, that seems awkward. It seems awkward to put them right next to each other. But then he was talking about, and I think he might have went off script on this because this story took forever for him to get out. But basically how all the odds were against this guy who got like shot in the head. And he was like, this is a conversation that I had with her, the mother, that night. Her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. You were very descriptive about these things.
A lot of descriptive details about attacks on human beings.
And that's the only part that I had seen. And then I didn't see the part of where he was equally, if not more descriptive to the parents who did not have a surviving child after all was said and done.
Yeah, that's a little brutal. Tell us how you feel about that. Let us know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. They announced there's going to be some sort of war on fraud. Well, okay, that sounds good by name.
This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
See, they got a reaction shot.
Oh, eye
roll. So whoever's running the camera was definitely going. So they went to Ilhan Omar, who, of course, is of Somalian descent, and she's from Minnesota, where a lot of the fraud was from Somalians. And when they bring this up, the camera person went to her to get her reaction, and she's like eye rolling and, not responding in a positive way to what was said.
Oh, the person bottom left of that shot was rolling eyes even harder.
Really? Oh, wasn't her? Okay. Yeah, she was just like kind of standing there, not clapping, et cetera, et cetera. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Now, real quick, I have to pay off something that I teased earlier. I want to get this worked in. I already put this up on See It Now. I'm going to take you to the University of Nebraska in Omaha. And because this is a visual, it's up on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com. I'll describe it for everybody else. I want you two to guess, Celine and Sabrina, what's going to happen in this clip if you haven't seen it yet. Ooh. All right? There's vehicles just moving around.
Crazy accident.
Somebody's running across a crosswalk.
Okay, see that? All
right. This person on a scooter. Okay. What is going to happen next? Any guesses before I play this?
Off the bat, nothing to back it up. There will be an explosion.
An explosion. Okay, it's a possibility. Could be an explosion. Maybe something around here blows up.
Explosion sounds random enough, but you mentioned the scooter.
The scooter went by.
One of these cars stopped, just hauls ass.
Oh, let's see. All right, here we go. Scooter goes across the intersection. Everything seems fairly normal.
Oh, you threw me off with the scooter.
There goes some other vehicles. I may or may not have done that on purpose. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Let me go back. There is cars at this stoplight, and a sinkhole opens up and swallows the cars.
My God.
They were just sitting there at the stoplight, and the ground opened up underneath them.
Did we miss a couple of frames of video?
I'll give it to you from another angle.
Quickly.
I'll give it to you from another angle here. This is from the front, I believe. Let me get rid of the dramatic music. Here is the car sitting there. Ready? Boom!
Oh, wow.
The ground opens up and swallows this truck and this station wagon in Omaha, Nebraska. And so people ran over immediately to help, which is beautiful to see. People helping people. Love that kind of stuff.
Not beautiful to see. No inclination of this happening. No one builds foundation every quarter or so.
I wonder if even sitting in that car, do you feel like a little bit of like creaking like you would if it were wood underneath you that was about to give?
That would be freaky for sure. And then it just there was a spurt of what looked like kind of smoke or something as the ground opened up. Take a look at this. It's worth your time. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and the See It Now section of the app, and you can take a peek at that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got a bunch of your feedback, your emails, and a whole lot more And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI predicts trends. We create moments. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic troubles to report at this hour. Just some long-term construction projects that are going on. I-4 both eastbound and westbound at State Route 535. Diverging diamond construction both eastbound and westbound on I-4 at Sand Lake Road. Also, 2 left lanes closed. I-4 westbound connector to 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Second chances are hard to come by. But Real Money Games on the Hard Rock Bet app is built for second chances. Play for real money 24/7 anywhere in Florida. If you don't win money your first day, you can try again. No catch. Download the Hard Rock Bet app to play real money games powered by Pass Motor Racing. Win or get a games bonus back up to $100. Yes! Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Payable in PMR game bonus, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
In life, bad things happen. Floods, fires, full-on disasters. And when they do, people feel lost, vulnerable, unsure where to turn. That's when Paul Davis Restoration steps in. They've been restoring homes and hope since 1966. Guiding, educating, standing up for their customers every step of the way. You can't plan for disaster, but you can plan to have someone by your side when it hits. Learn what makes Paul Davis different at orlando.pauldavis.com. Paul Davis Restoration. When things go wrong, we do what's right.
The riders who face Daytona Supercross are built different. Withstanding the most unforgiving and grueling track is not just a point of pride, but of pure grit and determination. This battle can only be felt in person. Witness the action unfold at the only place in Florida where the biggest names will battle it out under the lights. Daytona Supercross is built different. It's built for champions. It's built for fans. The gate drops Saturday, February 28th. There's only one place to be. Secure your tickets and trackside access.
Folks, welcome in. We're coming back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Then we're going to get set up for jury duty before too long. Hello, there you are. Little bit of a failure. As I was moving around pretty quickly, trying to show you Sun State John in the frame. Samuel L. Jackson wasn't on point today. But now we have somebody in the Hall of Fame. Our first entry is Sun State John. You'll see this rotating around every once in a while on the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him. There he is. Look. Look, he's got his dog with him. Love it. Love it. Get yourself on there as well. Sing us a song, small hand man. How rude. No. Play us a song with a guitar. You guys, I'm not your dancing monkey here, just for the record, all right? I'm not your dancing monkey.
I love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried, but I'll do some dancing when we come back.
Bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools.
Stand by.
Just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't produce enough enzymes to break down
loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is Special Agent Regal, Special Agent Bradley Hall.
In 2018, the FBI took down a ring of spies working for China's Ministry of State Security.
The Sixth Bureau podcast is a story of the inner workings of the MSS and how one man's ambition and mistakes opened its vault of secrets.
Listen to The Sixth Bureau from Bloomberg Podcasts on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Follow The Sixth Bureau and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
We're halfway through the week at this point. And if you're halfway through the show and missed some of it, you can get the podcast. It's available over at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. You know, post death, he is getting a lot of attention today. And it's funny that this guy all of a sudden became central in the whole Epstein files sort of argument, because Stephen Hawking is in so many stories now because of the photo of him that was in all the files they released with the bikini ladies. And I mean, then if you block out people's heads, it just makes it kind of look nefarious.
Hot,
no matter
headless
what.
Women, party time.
I don't know that I've ever seen Stephen Hawking not in his chair, which was kind of one of the jarring things for me.
Right.
But he's laying out on a lounge chair with two bikini ladies.
Hot, sexy ladies.
They got a bunch of like fancy fruity drinks between them. And now they're saying that he is one of the people who's getting a lot of reaction in the Epstein files. And they said it's not, this is the funniest thing about this kind of stuff. It wasn't immediately clear when or where the photo was taken, but it started spreading like wildfire on social media in the wake of the latest Epstein document dump. So they don't know where it's from. Hawking's been dead since 2018. He had ALS, of course. And he, I guess...
Was that why he was in the chair?
Attached to him. That's why he was in the chair to begin with, I think. Yeah. He died at 76 after battling early onset ALS for 50 years. So since he was 26.
Damn.
He had been in that chair fighting ALS. A physicist, even though he was in the chair, he'd done a lot of huge, amazing things in his life. Stephen Hawking was name-checked in the files, too, after a prominent accuser, Virginia Giuffre, alleged the scientist had once participated in, quote, an underage orgy in the Virgin Islands. To that, his family and his estate has responded, he should get the Nobel Prize in Science if that's true, because he cannot participate in an orgy when he cannot move any parts of his body. He's not functionally able to do any of that stuff.
I guess he can't be a willing participant.
They could just move him around and do stuff. But Virginia Giuffre's story there, not quite matching up with what the family believes was happening in this case.
But God, I want to...
Weird photo, though.
In a weird way, I want to hear how that went down. Like, what was it like to party with someone who can only move his face pretty much?
I am questioning even this photograph,
like
Sabrina.
Picking them up?
I don't think he can hold his own drink. She's kind of putting the drink in his hand, and Stephen Hawking appears to be holding the fruity drink here.
But he gets the computer speaker, and he's like, show me boobs.
Yeah, this is hanging out with the bikini
Sit
ladies.
on face.
I'm going to need more context to this one, but that one is exploding today as people continue to talk about the Epstein files release. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get to some of those here in just a moment. Actually, let's work one of these in right now. Here is Skyrave talking about the sick husband question. If you missed this, let me bring you back up to speed. There is a woman who is angry, upset, I would say, that her husband, who is in his 80s, just like she is, they're both in their 80s. Her husband is dealing with cancer and wants to do all these bucket list trips before he can't remember anymore and he can't experience them. So he's trying to travel around and go to these beautiful locations. And she is saying, well, I'm not going to die as soon as you. So we need to stop spending this money. I need to make sure we can financially care for ourselves. That was the back and forth in this. And here's Skyrave.
Hey, y'all. I'd like to think I have some expert opinion on this. I've been with my husband for 11 years now. We actually have a news junkie baby on the way.
Nice.
But regarding the sick husband and his bucket list and the wife, they should compromise. They should choose one crazy spot on his list and go do this lavish trip together, make the memories, and then save the rest of the money for retirement or nursing homes or whatever the future may hold. But compromise is usually the best way to go. Thanks.
All right.
Love y'all.
Thank you, Skyrave. Those are her
That's
thoughts
after
on it.
11 years.
Yeah.
So after how long that old couple has been together, does compromise eventually go away? To anyone who's listening that's been married for longer than 15?
In your final days, you'll probably, I feel like this could be a game changer for them. And the guy's just like, hey, I want to experience the world and spend my money that way. You don't want to do that. Maybe we need to go our separate ways, even though we're in our 80s. 60-something years together, though, maybe? That is a long time. That is a long time to spend with another human being. Here's Jack with the dispatch.
You call it the bucket list thing. I think in that movie, like one of the guys that went off to do all this bucket list stuff kind of left his family behind, just to get some of the stuff done.
I've never seen it, but
Good movie.
That's the center of all this. Didn't we say the other day that's where the whole bucket list thing came from?
Yeah, nobody called it a bucket list before the movie.
Yeah, it's weird.
Learned that on Who's the Baddie.
All right, here it is. Here's Jack with the dispatch.
You, sir, have gone too far.
Hey.
Wait. Baz Luhrmann song, Everybody Wear Sunscreen, is one of the greatest songs from the last century.
No, Jack, come on,
more
man.
than just
What's the username?
Nobody, Jack won.
Okay.
Nobody is going to know what this is. So why don't you bring up the Sabrina in the system? Maybe we have the sun. Everybody
Here's
wears
the thing.
sunscreen song.
Do we have it in the system, and what station does it play on as it loads up?
Will it tell us?
It's called Wear Sunscreen.
It's called Wear Sunscreen? Yeah, okay. Look that up. So people know the song that Jack's talking about. I'll play the rest of his dispatch.
Advice on how to protect your skin. It's life advice. So it strikes more perhaps with parents, specifically fathers like your dad and me. And shamefully, it should be more to you as well, being a dad.
I thought he was going to say
Listen to
shamefully
it again.
ceiling.
It's filled with some great advice that you still have time to take advantage of, you heathen. By the way, this is anonymous.
Too late. Yeah, sorry. I already put it out there.
Correction, real quick. It's everyone's free in brackets to wear sunscreen.
All right, everyone's free to wear sunscreen. And this is the song that Jack or Anonymous says is good.
It's in the system under hot AC.
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 99.
This sucks.
Wear sunscreen. If I could offer you
This is
one
it.
tip for the future.
There's no music at all in the background?
There's some.
I will dispense this.
I can't. I'm feeling uncomfortable. But listen, Anonymous Jack, if you feel so strongly about this, put it on your Yacht Rock Captain's Log show.
Yeah, I don't know. And no, don't like cue it up. Just like you from
just a little bit of music would have helped.
From the jump where he goes, if I had one piece of advice. This is like if the
I vote sync.
Sloths from Zootopia released a song. I would say wear suns. It's too. That's that. Now we're talking.
Now you're informing people to wear sunscreen.
That is much better.
I'll work on the EDM remix of that.
Let's see what else we have here. And we go over to Simply Jeremy. Let's see what he says.
Hello, everyone. Simply Jeremy here.
Hey.
So when I worked for a real estate company years ago, we had an employee that worked there for a little while and then left. And about a year and a half after she left, when my boss was paying out commissions, he clicked the wrong name on the computer on his ACH or whatever. And he sent her to like $1,200. He hadn't talked to her in over a year and a half, didn't know anything, but apparently the account was still open and she got it. Of course, she never returned the money, and he tried to contact her, and she just avoided him. And there was nothing he could ever do about it. He was out that money.
Damn.
Later.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate
I have
that.
an intruder.
You do? We do. Yeah.
Well.
He doesn't know where the camera is.
It's right there. Yeah, look at it doing now. This is the guy that likes the sunscreen song?
It's not a song. I'm sorry, you can't
Anonymous.
say song.
Yeah, it's Anonymous, a.k.a. Jack. Yeah.
How much money does Baz make a year off of that song?
I think it's done better than one would think. Like, it really is one of those songs that just kind of stays around. Let me see. All right,
we have Anonymous on the line, by the way.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, there he is.
There he is. He's wandering
Speak
around
when you're ready.
You like this song, Jack?
I loved this song.
It's not a song, but okay.
Do you hear how long it takes to get to even like the beginning of the music?
It does. I knew you weren't going to make it that far in, but
tell me how to skip over.
And
please.
I was throwing it on Real Music Weekends in like January or May because it's a great, graduation time.
You what?
Oh, 100%.
Is that why it was last played in June of 2023?
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know about
Whereas
this.
the rest of my advice has no basis.
Is there any actually great hidden gems of advice in this that I need to know?
Yeah, I kind of forgot them all.
Oh my gosh!
Come on!
What did the guy die
Exactly.
of? Skin cancer?
I don't worry about what other people say about you. If you like a song, let everybody know. Something like that.
That's
the
not
only
a good
part.
example.
Unbelievable.
Disagree, but thank you.
Anyway,
all right.
I just want to say you guys are doing a great job, and it's a great song.
Thank you.
Let's see
you,
where we're
Anonymous.
at right now.
As you imagine.
Oh, now it's
Oh, there's a beat.
Don't worry about the future. Or worry, but know that worrying is as effective
Imagine
as
making
trying
love
to
to this
solve
song.
Challenge accepted. Yeah. Let's try that.
And we're
I
done.
can't. Yeah, I can't do it.
That's my sexy time playlist.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you guys seen? Have you gotten your eyes on this Boz Lerman guy? Because he looks. I
I'm
didn't
almost
expect
there.
him to,
Please show me.
look like.
Oh, look at
He's
this stat. He is handsome. I will say.
He looks like he belongs on a yacht rock playlist.
He looks, folks. He's got the look of the most interesting man in the world. That's sort of. He looks like he's
And
drinking
then
his
he
Dos Equis. Yeah, and then when he
No.
starts talking, he goes, hey.
He's not Spanish enough for that. He looks like he's drinking in 2 X's.
There he is. He's got all the gray hair and the mustache and the leather jackets.
But before we start doing this, can I talk to you about sunscreen for the next 2.5 minutes?
For a real long time, and a song that doesn't really ever kick in.
All the things for the program director to bust into the studio for. All the things.
Or did he already because of that song?
All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get into jury duty, and that includes a bunch. No, not that. That doesn't.
Still
not,
going.
No, that includes another situation where somebody has been sentenced, and the sentence just doesn't seem fair. We'll learn about what happened to that guy. Another person arrested for a threat online. But what did they say? I'll read the actual threat to you. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for it. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Maybe you'll dance the funky chicken.
No.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Wendell Carter Jr. made the go-ahead putback with 6.7 seconds left. The Magic get a huge road win, beating the Lakers by a point. Big night for Paulo Banchero. He scored 36. College hoops. UCF pulls off an upset, going on the road and knocking off number 23 BYU for a third straight win. Themis Folks, 24 points, 11 assists. And on the hoop schedule tonight, number 7 Florida is at Texas. I'm Matt McCoy.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. February is American Heart and National Cancer Prevention Month. That's important because that's exactly what Life Imaging FLA is here for. I sadly tell the story of my buddy Adam the Woo, who died at 51 years old of heart failure, and he had no symptoms and no idea he had a problem. That's where Life Imaging FLA comes in with their free.
Hello? Jury duty coming up next. How we doing? Hey everybody, thanks for watching on YouTube and Twitch. Hope you're having a good time. Or a time at least. As long as you're having a time, I'll feel like we've done something good today. Jury duty is coming up in just a moment. Now, I had heard moments ago that there was a lot of activity at the Guthrie residence, but that's really nothing new. It's just constantly chasing of leads to these places. A bunch of cars show up, and then nothing really happens from it. What I'll tell you is, I think it shows something. That a lot of the media outlets are starting to leave the Guthrie residence. ABC packed up all their stuff, cameras, microphones, and left. Other news outlets are kind of saying, hey, this is not quite as exciting as it was once before. Not enough happening in the story. And they're kind of leaving the scene. That's where we are now. Stream choppy? Lagging? Is it lagging right now? Are we good? She's dead as Fred? Yeah, she's dead most likely. It's not looking good. I mean, we're like a month now. We've got a month with an 80-something-year-old woman without her medication. Look! Look! Hall of Fame! Hall of Fame! Hall of Fame! Stream is great. Several frames are dropping on the stream. Stand strong, folks. If we got a couple of frames dropping, that we'll be okay. We will be okay. Jury duty is on the way. I assure you.
Want a big green egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassey's Meat Market. They'll deliver and set up your big green egg.
She was dead within the first 24 hours? Maybe.
Follow Wassey's Meat Market on Instagram or go to the website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com for your big green egg today.
These days you've got two choices. Buying a new car or making the one you've got run like.
Jack brought the lag. It went like 12 frames per second during a segment.
Technicians that help you get more out of your car.
It's the 130 curse. We will overcome the 130 curse. Black Whopper. Play Black Whopper.
This battle can only be felt in person. Witness the action unfold at the only place in Florida where the biggest names will battle it out.
All good up here? I don't know what they're talking about? Okay, good. I hope that's the case.
The gig drops Saturday, February 28th. There's only one place to be. Secure your tickets and trackside access to Daytona.
Better now? Okay, good. Glad we're better now. Don't forget, friends, tomorrow, another secret show live in the studio here, right around 8 p.m. on Thursdays. So another secret show coming your way. And we should be able to do the big sandwich challenge that Courtney came up with. I know that seems corny and weird, but it'll make sense in context of the show.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for some.
Taking the word of one person over several people stating otherwise? Well, is it everybody? YouTube, Twitch. Stream good, yes or no? Stream good right now, yes or no? We're back in 1 minute. Better now? Fine now. I mean, I'm taking the word of these people. Skipping? It's fine now. Skipping and lagging? Well, refresh, you Twitchers who are saying this, because a lot of people are saying it's fine for them now. Refresh. Refresh. Here we go.
Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver and your Fresh from Florida farmer, letting you know that Florida strawberries are picked at peak freshness to ensure that there's sunshine in every bite. Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. At JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Documenting and contributing.
Newsjunkie.com. Jury duty is on the way. In fact, in just a moment, we'll get into jury duty. I'm excited to see what's happening with that. I have to tell you, on the Nancy Guthrie front, I keep seeing stuff where they're trying to stir up some interest, and they're saying, like, wow, the authorities have arrived at the Guthrie residence, and there's people searching all over the property, and there is nothing really in terms of a good sign out of this case that I can bring to you right now.
A lot of people are.
Yeah, it's been a month. There's like no real big breaking updates. They found that DNA, and then they said it was a mixed DNA sample, so they can't even really trace it back like they wanted to. They don't even know if it's attached to the person who ended up taking Nancy Guthrie.
Yeah, a mixed DNA sample.
Yeah, it's like you can get this happens quite a bit, I think. If there's a shared space, particularly sometimes if it's a shared space with women, they can pull DNA samples from
What do you think?
blood
We
and
just
things.
spray everywhere?
They could pull DNA samples from blood and things, and sometimes it's mixed. This happened in the Amanda Knox case. That's one of the things I remember from. They had a shared bathroom with at least 2 women in the Amanda Knox case, if not 3. And a lot of the DNA profiles were shared profiles because you've got like a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
No, I just snaked the drain in my sink in the bathroom, and there's a lot of grossness there, but probably some mixed DNA, maybe even from before we moved in.
From the before times, yeah. Got to watch out.
Same, right? That's the same thing you're talking about?
That's the same thing, sure. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Just not great news on that front, truly. Hey, let's welcome our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. That's good news.
Hey there, buddy.
Mo.
Saw Mo on TV the other day, and you looked good. You were out there dressed up. You were ready for the big golf event that's going down.
I had my green jacket on.
He had his green jacket on. The Masters still hasn't sued for some reason.
Keep it down.
It's called the Masters.
I am so excited for your event here.
Wait. Was the Mosters on the list for potential tournament names?
I don't believe it was, but it should have been.
It is now.
I can't believe that. No, I don't believe that.
I don't hate it, but people are going to have a great time at this event. We'll tell you about it in just a second. If you're injured in an accident, there are a lot of attorneys that try to get your attention out there. Let's keep you focused. Let's keep you zoomed in. Let's keep you where you need to be with Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Moses, we have a couple of questions for you. C-Lane, would you have one thing on the list that we can maybe bring to Moses right now while we have a little bit of time?
Yeah, I'll do the most recent one, and then we have one from a week or two ago that we didn't get to. But we talked, I think, yesterday or the day before about this DoorDash issue where somebody in the system put an address as a pickup location for Taco Bell, and it turns out to be some random dude's house. And despite these completely licensed drivers that had to take a test, that had to answer questions and have a little bit of logic. Despite that, there's a few of them that have been showing up to this guy's house and knocking on the door and asking for the Taco Bell that their customer ordered, even though it's not a Taco Bell. And this guy has gotten so mad that he handed one of them a bag of cat poop, and then the cops showed up and started to intervene. Now, is it illegal to hand somebody cat poop, Moses?
I don't know of any cat poop statutes on the books.
All right, I figured that.
Not yet, no.
But, I mean, I'm sure there's a way that you could probably wrap it in, especially if it was done more than once. But yeah, nothing off the top of the dome that I recall being illegal to hand someone cat poop.
Is there there can't be a law being broken by just probably a mistake, but does this guy have any recourse to be like, hey, I'm not a Taco Bell. Please stop sending people to my house. It's probably hard to get somebody on the phone, but if you get a lawyer involved, I don't even know what you would do, what the lawyer would say.
Well, I mean, it depends. How did it get there? Is this a joke? So was somebody trying to harass him? So if someone intentionally put that in there, that could be, harassment, intentional infliction of emotional distress, something along those lines. Now, if it's just an accident, at first, there's probably nothing you can do. But after they receive notice that this is an ongoing issue and they fail to correct it, then there may be a negligent infliction of emotional distress or some other types of claims that by not fixing it within a timely manner, you're basically opening yourself up to a general negligence claim.
So it wouldn't be completely crazy to just call your lawyer and be like, hey, I'm having a lot of people show up as DoorDash. I don't like this. Help me out here.
Exactly. And at first they would send them a notice letter basically saying, hey, this is the issue that's occurred. Please correct it within 20 or 30 days to make this stop happening as soon as possible because it's, disturbing my client's right to enjoy his home, essentially.
True.
At what point do you say, or I'll see your ass in court?
Well, we say that in every letter we write.
Yeah.
It's actually my closing signature line.
Should be. He doesn't even have to type it. It's just automatically there.
Exactly. They're trying to get Mo to choose between YouTube and Twitch on the streaming side of things.
Well,
they want to see if you're Team YouTube or Switch. Mo said mostly Team YouTube, but I'm happy to mix it up. Although I saw his hands, I don't know if he actually typed that out. I'm
very multi-talented.
Choose
I'm wondering
now.
You choose one, YouTube or Twitch, and whoever you choose lives. We kill off whatever platform you say suck.
Right, let's go YouTube.
YouTube.
Wow.
Final answer?
Rip Twitch. R.I.P. Twitch. That's it. You get deleted right here during the break. Sorry you won't hear the rest of the show. Godspeed. Love ya. See you next time. Thank Mo that he's the reason for all this. So sorry to the Twitch people. You are being deleted during the break. But we will come back for the rest of the people, for the YouTube people and everybody else listening here. And we'll chat more with Moses DeWitt. We'll talk about this event that's coming up. And I've got a huge question for Moses about that Chinese restaurant attack story. I want to see what we can do if people are doing something like this to us. I'll make it make sense. Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win your way, along with 3 friends, to the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg, courtesy of Real Radio and Firestone Complete Auto Care. Enter now at realradio.fm/contest.
Looks like traffic is flowing pretty freely at this hour. No delays heading to the airport. I-4 looks good, north and southbound. Just some usual construction delays going on in Orange County, both I-4 eastbound and westbound between the Beach Line and Kirkman Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Noble Gold Invest.
Download your protection kit at noblegoldinvestments.com before it's too late. Noblegoldinvestments.com. Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai.
Welcome behind the scenes. Go Mike activated.
Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
How you doing? Look at this. The Hall of Fame has its first entry. I'm so excited. It's good to see a photo on there. I want to see yours next. All you have to do is give 10 subs over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let me give you guys the heads up. And by the way, I'll be deleting Twitch after the show. I'll do the rest of the stream for today, and then we'll delete it. I'll give you guys the heads up, though. All right? There are only 4 tickets left for the event coming up with Mo this weekend, the mini golf event, the Mini Masters. There are only 4 tickets left for that event. So if any of you want to get it, do it before I sit down and we talk about it over here. Do it while you can, okay? JustCallMo.com/golf. Only 4 tickets left for the spectators. JustCallMo.com/golf. Mike says, black figure, I can't see anything. Well, you can see it when they use the PTZ shot on the actual stream. That photo is as small as your hands? Wait, I can't make Samuel L. Jackson zoom in. But just so you know, this looks great on the actual camera that features it during the show. It's beautiful. And then you're probably getting a weird shot because of the lighting on this camera. Wish we were going to be there. Damn bowling tournament in Port St. Lucie. Ah. You got to make these kind of tough decisions. I don't hate it. But there are 4 tickets left, so get yours now. Just drag Twitch into the trash can? True. What happens if I hit the garage door button? What are you talking about? Oh man, there's not much of that left. 2 minutes and we're back live. I tried to email a video of the skipping, but it wanted me to share my Google Drive with Sean. Yes. Click yes. Let me see what's in that Google Drive. Click yes. Is the stream still glitching now or no? Are we good right now? Yes or no? You guys are making me hypersensitive.
We're almost there. The map says straight ahead. One a day 50+ multivitamins are made for your overall health.
Stream good.
To support your brain and muscle function. Because don't you want to
Thank you, Orange Koopa. Good to hear. Good to have you on board. Thank you for being around.
You're one step ahead. One a day 50+. The one for you. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through
Not sure Twitch is an afterthought now. Why should we care? Hey, I wasn't the one who chose YouTube over Twitch. If you ask me, I might have a different answer. But I don't know what I'm supposed to say. That was Moses. So you take that up with Moses DeWitt. Here we go.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try for free.
Do it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time. It's
Mo makes his decisions sometimes, and you have to keep going. You can't look back. YouTube's still out there, though. He does. He rules with an iron fist. And just like that, we delete a platform. YouTube.com/thenewsjunkie in the meantime. Mo, question for you here. Legally speaking, give me an answer on this. We had a story earlier about some absolutely crazed man some guy out of his mind.
We usually do him do stories about himself, but
and what did the guy say he was? He claimed he was a prophet.
A
or
prophet,
something?
yeah.
Okay,
He knew some things.
He claimed he was a prophet, Moses.
Okay,
and he goes into this Chinese restaurant and he starts breaking all of their stuff, attacking all of their things, threatening them. He hit the owner with a shovel at one point in time. They said he destroyed thousands of dollars worth of food and equipment in the restaurant.
Yeah,
and he did it because he thought like they were going to have a new COVID strain there or something.
He got like $2,000 worth of food and sauces, and then damage to property valued at $4,000.
So thousands of dollars worth of damage. Let's say you own a Chinese restaurant, and at your Chinese restaurant, somebody barges in and starts destroying all of your stuff. Can you legally, because it's property, it's like food and it's like equipment at the restaurant that you own, can you legally attack that person to stop them from destroying your property? Or do they have to attack you for you to attack back? Like, can you defend your property with physical violence? What can you do?
So usually you can't use physical violence to defend property unless there's a perceived, reasonable perception that person is also going to inflict harm on you, which can be kind of one and the same if someone's coming in and smashing things that are near you, and you think that they're going to hit you and reasonably think that, then you could use self-defense essentially. But if they're solely just going after the property, typically the law does not allow you to use, violence or great bodily harm or, weapons or things of that nature to defend property.
That's crazy. So if you were in your restaurant, somebody came in and just started smashing everything up, as long as they weren't physically attacking you, you cannot physically do anything to stop them.
I mean, you could probably try to physically restrain them or try to get them out of the building. But beyond that, you can't actually harm them, if that makes sense.
What happens when it comes to a place like Target, for example, that has security? Not only in uniform, but also sometimes in plain clothes. And we've seen stories of people being tackled because they want to. Does that fall under something else when it comes to criminal law? Or because they have hired security, they're allowed to do that?
So in those scenarios, depending on the amount, they can make a citizen's arrest, basically, if it's over a certain amount, if it's a felony. And so they can do that. But oftentimes those employers like Target, and there is a shopkeeper's privilege that allows them to do that in that scenario when someone is stealing. But usually because of lawsuits and potential injuries both to the employee and the thief, they don't like people to do that.
Isn't the shopkeeper's privilege the kind of loophole where that's the only way somebody's allowed to have a gun at a bar?
I'm not aware of that. But that does kind of make sense to some degree because, typically you're not supposed to have firearms if you're drinking at a bar, but you're saying for the bartender to have a firearm.
For the owner. I heard manager or owner. Now, this could have just been this one bar owner telling me I'm allowed to have a gun, and I just believed him.
Crazy person, yeah.
Put it on the Mo list. Thank you.
Never know. All right, so that's an interesting little twist and to trying to defend your stuff if you're in a position like that. But they also were physically attacked. They were hit by the shovel and
so that would give them,
this guy.
that would give them the right to use self-defense there.
Despite his quote saying, "I had to destroy the restaurant," he would have been a legal recourse for him to say, I was just destroying the restaurant. He said, all Chinese restaurants are going to release a new strain of COVID on July 6th. I'm a prophet. I'm trying to save everyone.
Plot twist. Imagine they find COVID in the lo mein after all of that investigation.
This guy was onto it? Yeah, he never would have believed it.
Dismiss charges.
I'm seeing people ask some questions about the event that's coming up here, the mini golf event that Moses is putting together. And I know that there are very, very, very few tickets left. Just limited tickets left. Tell people about this event and what's left for people to grab, et cetera, Moses. What's going on?
So Just Call Mo Mini Masters this Saturday from 3 to 5 on Conger River on iDrive. It is a miniature golf tournament, all to benefit the Fane House, which is a local charity here that helps children who have aged out of the foster care system, which is founded by Jeff Fane, who's a former NFL player. So it was completely sold out, but we did have one of our sponsors who is unable to make it, so released a few tickets back to us. So we do have 4 tickets to play available.
Ooh,
if you want to go to justcallmo.com/golf, you can grab those while they last. And there's also some spectator tickets. If you want to just come out, hang out, we're going to have some food provided by Jimmy Hula's, as well as some free booze at every hole. So it should be a good time.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, I mean, you're crazy if you don't get in on this. JustCallMo.com/golf, I believe.
Yes, I believe that's correct.
JustCallMo.com/golf. They just popped up 4 tickets to have a team to play in this mini golf tournament with all the extra stuff that you get. It'll be fun. It might be a good little family thing or a thing with your pals or whatever to do, but get them while you can because those were sold out. These are newly released for you for just a moment here at justcallmo.com/golf. So if you want to play, grab those. Everybody else, spectator passes still get you into the food and the party and all that's surrounding it. Now, the other question was, if teams dress up, if they are the best dressed, will they win something?
A good pat on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. What was your question, sir?
Will the shotgun start involve an actual shotgun?
You're giving me ideas now.
I hope so. Yeah.
Like it can't be illegal to shoot off shotguns on iDrive, right? So that happens every day.
We'll put it
I
on
don't
the
want to live
list.
in this country anymore if that's the case. You know, I thought we had freedoms here. This doesn't feel very free. But we'll see. You have to be there to find out exactly what's going on. Do that over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm sorry, justcallmo.com/golf. Justcallmo.com/golf. All right, let's see what you got for us. A lot of people are joining us with dispatches and the like today, so we'll work some of those in here momentarily. I think we're all clear on the questions we had for Mo.
Yes, yeah, we are reset.
Got those. Okay. I did see this, and I mentioned it earlier, so let me pay it off. Tell me if this is strange to you, Mo, or if this just seems like this is how it works. 5 teenagers were killed in this crash in Los Angeles, and this happened a little while back, but the case just now came to a head, and a grieving family is outraged now that a 19-year-old man who was behind the wheel of a car involved in a violent crash that killed 5 teenagers. So 5 people died in this crash. It was 3 years ago. So the guy who's 19 now was only 16 at the time. Mm-hmm. And his sentence is only about 9 months in a detention facility. So 5 people dead.
So juvie then.
Yeah, 9 months in juvie, even though he's not even a juvenile anymore. The June 2023 crash happened in the early morning hours on the freeway in California. Dashcam video captured the speeding car carrying 6 people, including the driver and 2 15-year-olds. The vehicle slammed into a barrier, flipped, and burst into flames. Investigators with the California Highway Patrol said some of the victims were not wearing seatbelts and were ejected on impact. Initial reports indicated everybody in the car had died, but they later confirmed the 16-year-old driver somehow survived. Oh. That's the 16-year-old that got this light sentence. Parents of the victims say the deadly joyride was fueled by excessive speed, alcohol, and recklessness. And there's footage on the teens' cell phones that they recovered that supports these claims. Now they're saying the punishment is so minimal, it's not justice. Lopez and several other parents have been attending court proceedings involving the driver. They've been told that under current law, the 19-year-old, whose name has not been released because he was a juvenile at the time, cannot be charged as an adult.
Wait, he becomes of age to be an adult while they're still going through this process. So not only can he not be charged as an adult, they won't even release his name?
Yeah. And they said
that's odd.
His sentence could be as short as 9 months in a state-run boot camp. That's it. And the family says, I'm shocked. Do I want him to spend the rest of his life in prison? No, but I think some consequences need to be served. With his recklessness and his negligence, he should be charged as an adult.
I didn't even know there were state-run boot camps. What is that like? Do I have any insight on that?
It's for troubled kids, and they have to go out into the woods and kind of live out there. And it's the atmosphere.
That's Yellow Jackets sea line from.
Sure. The atmosphere between the inmates, for lack of a better term, but the kids and the people that run it is very military-esque.
Yeah, there's one in Okeechobee that I think they send a lot of people to.
I've been to the one in Ocala.
Yeah, and
as a visitor.
Thank you for clarifying.
Scared
he did some hard time there. It is like it does feel like a junior prison or something. But does that sentence seem light to you? I guess you got to consider that the California law has them trying this person as a juvenile.
Yeah, I mean, typically when a juvenile commits a crime, the prosecutor can choose, at least in Florida, they can choose to direct file them as an adult or leave it in the juvenile system. And usually that decision is made, at or around the filing of the case, which this individual would have been 16 at that time. In California, I'm not sure if they can change that decision after they initially file it or not. But I think, really what we have to focus on here is they said, there was alcohol involved, based on sort of cell phone camera footage that they had. So what was he actually charged with? I'm going to guess it was probably, driving at excessive speed or reckless driving or something along those lines. From what you said from the story, and it may or may not be accurate, I don't know that they had enough data or information there to charge him with, DUI manslaughter or something along those lines, or DUI resulting in a death. Which would be a much more serious charge and ultimately result in a much more serious sentence. So, while it does seem unjust based on what occurred here, the question is, what can they prove? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in a court of law. Yeah. And in this case, they may not have been able to prove DUI. Again, this is just speculation. I don't know what he was actually charged with. But if it's just driving at excessive rate of speed, the prosecutor may actually be limited in what the maximum sentence is there.
One thing that comes to mind, Mo, and give me your thoughts on this, is they said that originally they thought everybody had died, and they were kind of surprised that he even survived to begin with. So if somebody is brought out of a wreckage like that and they're barely hanging on, maybe there's not as much of a chance as them going, well, we need to get some blood to make sure this person wasn't drunk. Or does it happen sometimes that they're more worried about the person being okay than whether or not they were responsible for a crime?
Well, sure. I mean, I think people's well-being is always paramount. However, at the time that the accident occurred, they may not have had a reasonable suspicion that there was alcohol involved in the accident. Again, I don't know the details, but usually in those kinds of cases, if they do have a reasonable suspicion, they can go and request a blood draw. Which, even if the person was unconscious, they could probably get a sample of blood to test. They have to get a warrant for it usually. Get a sample of blood to test to see if there is alcohol in the blood.
Moses, from a non-lawyer perspective, what do you do in this case? The Canary Islands, all right? Beautiful place to vacation. Let's say you spend a lot of money and you want to go on a beautiful vacation to the Canary Islands off Spain. You want to really, really enjoy yourself. You get the 4-star hotel that you really were dreaming of, and then you show up. And this happens, because this is what's currently going on in the Canary Islands. A swarm of locusts has hit this place. Ew. And there are like hundreds of millions of locusts absolutely everywhere. This guy's freaking
insane. Out. No way.
They're absolutely
like birds.
They do, don't they? There's so
like
many of them. They're flying around in the sky in this shot as this guy is filming this. They're pretty big, like maybe the size, some of them, of a little tiny bird. And there are millions and millions. Anything you could do here? Traveler's insurance, would it help this?
Probably not, honestly. Traveler's insurance is usually fairly narrow in what they'll pay claims out for, other than just complaining and asking for a credit or a discount from the resort or the hotel. I'm not sure there's a whole lot you can really do there.
That is gross.
Where are they coming from? Do they even know?
They came from the Sahara Desert, I guess.
Okay.
There's so many. That's insane to me.
Sabrina, did you just throw up? She left the room.
I didn't full throw up, but I did feel something was coming up, and I just collected myself.
God.
I just don't like a lot of bugs at once, man. It grosses me out.
No,
I
it's
find
nasty.
I put myself in that situation, and I'd be inside, I guess, the whole time, forever.
I'm going to put this up on See It Now.
Perfect.
The most brave amongst you that would want to look at this, but this is legitimately happening right now off the Canary Islands.
Have we not figured out a way to kind of work on this?
What do you want to do? You want to net them?
Yeah, or a good spray down, or hey, this is around the time that they're mating underground. Let's go ahead and burn while we can, because we don't want stuff like this.
All I know is there is a lot of locusts in this picture.
Gross.
Locusts in
the plague territory.
Yeah, in the Canary Islands. I'm putting this up on See It Now, and you can take a look at it over on thenewsjunkie.com. Hit the See It Now section, and this is how we show you visuals. It's as simple as that. It's up now for you. Go take a peek when you get a chance over on thenewsjunkie.com. Hit the menu, hit See It Now. Presto, bango, we're ready to go. Sabrina had mentioned that we did talk about something on the list, or we had something we were supposed to put on the list. When it came down to the Anna Kepner case, now, Moses, that's the young girl who was killed on the cruise ship.
Right.
And she was killed by her, it's alleged, her stepbrother, her teenage stepbrother. And his name has not been released. Not much information about him has been released at all because he was under 18. Yet there was a girl that was arrested this week for a manifesto. And a tipster, an anonymous tipster, turned in her manifesto that appeared on social media. They started to do some investigations, and they traced it back to this 12-year-old. They arrested her. They perp walked her.
Named her.
They named her, full name. And even like, hey, this person's going by the name Christian as well. Like, they named her. They showed her in the cell. What gives there? Is this a decision that law enforcement gets to make? Why sometimes we get the names, the faces, sometimes we don't?
So, I mean, I think that's really a state-by-state thing. Some states do have protection for juvenile offenders. Others don't. I've seen a trend recently here in Florida, and I don't know where this occurred, but recently here in Florida where that's become more prevalent, especially with juveniles, which I think there is.
It was Florida because it was Chitwood that had the press conference and I think released the video of the perp walk, or not even just perp walk, but also like booking and putting her in the cell and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, in the juvenile system, the point is sort of to rehabilitate them and give them a second chance at life, which is sort of historically why a lot of juvenile offenders' names have been protected. Because they don't want one juvenile offense, a kid making a dumb decision, which, this may be more than that, but a kid making a dumb decision to affect the rest of their life. But in Florida, we don't have the same protections as maybe like California, like we were talking about earlier, which would protect the name of a juvenile who had committed a crime. So, now rather than just even releasing them, they are kind of perp walking them and showing them in the cells, and that seems to be a more prevalent thing than maybe 5 or 10 years ago, where that would really never occur.
I think
I've seen.
What makes this interesting, and it's kind of a crazy juxtaposition, is that in Central Florida, this person who has been named, shown on TV, perp walk, all that,
named and shamed,
did not commit any crime. Did not commit any murders. Had a big plan to shoot up the school and finish off themselves, and detailed it in this manifesto that they posted. And then just down the coast, where we have the Anna Kepner situation, where a person is dead and the person charged with that crime has not been named, not been shown anywhere. It's just like those two things very close together seem kind of odd when you look at them side by side.
Yeah, I think that's really a department by department decision. Typically it's the department who's the one calling the cameras out there for the perp walk and to show the person on camera.
Well, I mean, the whole Anna Kepner, problem, or at least for the media, not having any information about it, is that, a lot of this has been handled by the FBI, and they don't care to be in the news.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, they'd rather the case be quiet. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get into, I told you there was another threat that was out there in the news, and we'll talk about what happened with that. I got a bunch more clips we have to get to as the Power Hour, the final hour of the show rolls on. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
No traffic problems to report at this hour. Just a couple of slowdowns. I-4 eastbound between one.
Hello, big thanks. Big fat shout out. Big fat shout out to Tanya for the one gifted sub. Appreciate that, Tanya, for the one gifted sub. Go grab the Secret Show subscription available on thenewsjunkie.com. And also, Bobby with the 10 gifted subs. Bobby with the 10 gifted subs. Bobby and anybody else, when you gift subs, when you're done with the process, it says, would you like to claim your gifts? Click it. Bobby did. You can get on the Hall of Fame. So Bobby, hear it. I'm patiently waiting. Are we back? Hello? We back? All right, I have some things to fix after the show. Obviously, this is a persistent issue with some of the skips. It's very, very, very complicated. Please don't trigger me by pretending you know how to fix this. It's much more complicated than you can imagine. But I promise you I'll fix it like every other little thing that I have to fix. We're back? Can you hear me now? Yes? It is more complicated than you can imagine. You have to trust me on that one. Sean, everybody else gets this done. Hey, please don't trigger me. Please don't trigger me. I'll have some things I'll work on after the show. Let's stay calm. We're back? Okay. Sorry for the issues. We got 2 segments left. We're going to limp to the finish line. I'll fix a bunch of the stuff that's causing this. Everything's going to be okay. Cancel Spectrum and it'll go away. Sunny out with a cooler temp. Don't be fooled. Wear sunscreen. Sage advice. There should be a song about that. Cosidius, don't. Icing on the cake. We're back in 2 minutes. We have 2 segments left. We're going to get through them together, okay?
When things go wrong, we do what's right. Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitation, presented by MasterCard.
YouTube is rage baiting me? I know. Well, they are so often. You are so right about that, Shannon. Thank you for not being a part of it. Half of my life is people rage baiting me. It's news stories that are rage baiting me. There's so much rage bait that it's incredible. I pined for the days when it used to be like, this one trick stopped a woman from dying of cancer. And it was like clickbait and ooh. I want to unveil what that is. Click it. I pined for the days when that's what things were. Instead of the hate that flows around. Too much rage bait. Don't let them win? I'm trying not to. YouTube only exists for rage bait? Yeah, probably true. Thank you, Samuel. Thanks, Samuel. Appreciate that. We're coming back in 1 minute. I'm sorry. Hopefully everything irons out for the end of the show, and then I'll fix things afterwards. Big House, hang on tight, buddy. We gotta get through this. We're coming back.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now.
This is like torturous for me. I have to deal with shit like this. Drives me crazy, man. I'm not asking that much. Okay. Hang on, everybody, please.
ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. From the pursuit of gold.
Golden goal.
To the bracket busting in March.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
From the first pitch in spring training.
Ohtani tees off.
To the dreams of the NFL draft.
With the first pick.
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the news.
Your feedback, your dispatch is and a really weird story, as you might imagine. In just a moment here on the show, learn more about everything happening out around here by going to thenewsjunkie.com. Big thanks, big ups to a couple of people. One, Tanya, for the gifted Secret Show sub over at thenewsjunkie.com. Thank you for that, Tanya. And also another one from Bobby B for the 10 gifted subs over on thenewsjunkie.com. Go claim those if you want to claim a Secret Show subscription. If you're logged into the website, it's as easy as clicking a button and you get all that access. Go get it while you can over at thenewsjunkie.com. Thank you, Bobby B. All right, there's a story about, and this, the only person I know that's had anything I think kind of similar to this happen to them was C-Lane.
Okay.
When you had a couch and you found something in your couch that one time, was the hidden thing you found in the couch from a previous owner?
Yes.
It was?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we know who, because we got it from a family member's neighbor, and there was a little bit of heat coming our way from my wife, because me and the family member had promised that we vacuumed out the couch to get all the cat hair out.
Have you told the story before, or what did you find?
I found a can of Rolling Rock, an unopened can of Rolling Rock beer.
Still good.
From Old Latrobe. Yeah. Uh-huh. And she found it, actually. And she's like, there's a beer in here. You guys were supposed to clean out this couch. Why am I finding a beer inside it?
Yeah, the story that I saw that was starting to get some attention was this lady buys a couch, and luckily it was from a friend of theirs. They got the couch home. They're trying to get it into the room. They're situating it. And they set it down. And the husband's like, do you hear something? And the wife's like, what? No, I don't really hear anything. The husband's like, no, I'm sure this couch is making a noise. There's a noise coming from this couch. What is it? And he's like, this is not happening. You're losing it right now. Eventually, they get closer and closer with their ears, trying to hear what this was.
Hello?
And it was real. There was a noise coming from the couch. That noise, at first a very faint meow, and then a much louder noise, was coming from an orange kitten named Cheeto, who had hidden out in the couch and gone along for the journey. And then they discovered at the new location that the cat was still there. That's what was inside the thing.
Orange cats are the best, by the way. I don't know if they adopted it or found the owner, but full of personality.
I think they get to keep that couch, I think, legally. Or that couch or the cat. They get to keep the cat.
I hope they get to keep the cat. Oh, there's
Kill the cat, keep the couch.
You can see the cat just like peering through just like,
cute.
Like in a crack in the couch, the guy finds this cat just looking out like, hello. Is it okay? Is the coast clear for me right now? So thankfully the cat is doing okay. But if anything like that's happened to you, reach out to the show. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com.
Now, I was joking about them keeping the cat, but I like in certain circumstances, like say you sold a car and you left something valuable in there. I mean, but you sold the car. The money has exchanged hands. The keys have been handed over. I know in real estate, there's stuff that you say like, this is shown in the listing. You might see it when you tour the house, but this does not commute, or this is not part of the contract. Do they have stuff like that? Like, is there any protection for that with a car, or are you just kind of screwed? Like, if you left your laptop in there, and it's like, all right, my laptop now.
So, I mean, it typically depends if you really got down to the nitty gritty of how the contract was written. So, if the contract included the contents of the vehicle, they could have a claim on anything left inside the vehicle. But if it wasn't, depending again how the contract was written, you could have a claim for unjust enrichment to get the money back, or conversion, basically wrongfully keeping the property.
Unjust enrichment.
That sounds fun.
All right, I've not heard of this before. Unjust enrichment. And then, so you're saying, like, if I sell a car I tried to sell a car to C-Lane one time, but he so rudely had no interest in buying
He tried to sell me his dad's, what was it, Mercedes?
Yes. He didn't die in the car. He didn't. My parents didn't die in these cars, but I was trying to get rid of him, and I said, you want a good deal? I got some cars here, and no interest whatsoever.
Was it a good deal?
No. It was a pretty good deal. Yeah. Yes, it was. Yes. Yes. It was. I didn't get much for those cars. They're both, my parents had the old-ass cars. But if I was going to sell it to another person, I should write, or let's say I'm the buyer. If I'm the buyer, I should write this vehicle and everything it contains right now and make that on the bill of sale.
It gives you some protection. I mean, typically still, if they left $5,000 in the vehicle, if it's left by accident, they still likely own it and they can request it back. But, typically, obviously, the contents is going to include your floor mats and things like that. If it's just accidentally left there, there's still a claim. But there's a lot of case law out there. I remember a case from law school where it was inside a desk and there was some money there. And I think a desk was treated differently than a home, and so on and so forth. So, but typically they're going to be able to get the money back if they sue you for it, I think, in Florida, but it can be depending on the language.
Is there a
of the
statute of
contract.
limitations? So
there typically is a statute of limitations, yeah.
I saw some TikTok where a girl was just trying to clean her floor mats and saw a compartment and there was a wad of cash and a gun. But if you post that 5-10 years later, they can't be like, yo, that was my wad of cash.
And gun.
Yeah, they'd be barred by the statute of limitations, which, speaking of which, in my old house that we had, we opened the wall up and there was a metal box filled with rare coins and old newspaper clippings and
That's
love
cool.
letters.
Dude,
and all sorts of
Reddit
stuff.
would have had a field day with this, Moses.
Yeah.
You could have gotten
What'd you
all
do
the
with
space
it?
bucks.
It's in a safety deposit box now.
Did you look at the
Yours?
value of the coins?
No, I've never actually looked to see what they're worth. I just put them in a safety deposit box and lock
This
them up.
guy's got money, friends. You find
Secret
mystery
love letters.
If I find mystery coins around my house, I am on eBay immediately. I'm like, what? I don't have the kind of money where I'm like, mystery coins aren't interesting enough for me to look up their value yet. It's another level, I guess.
At one point he will, or I guess your son will.
Yeah. Vicky sends a message over on YouTube, Moses' chosen platform. I made my husband get rid of a table we were gifted by his boss when I found out strippers had been on top of it. To put it nicely, my babies are eating at this table. I don't want a stripper table in my house.
Why not? Come on.
It all has a history, all right?
There's no duty to disclose the presence or lack of presence of strippers on the table.
Thank God. All right, when we come back, Moses, you can hang out with us to wrap the show up?
Absolutely.
Okay. I have a question for you before we wrap things up here non-legally.
Does it involve strippers?
Gonna get
It
weird.
it may not.
Okay.
One way to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends, our classic alternative.
Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, after another cold start, we'll be expecting a big warm up as we head throughout this afternoon. In fact, temperatures will be closer to normal than they have been the last couple of days. Plan for a high today in Orlando of around 72 degrees. Still a little below normal, but it will feel beautiful, especially with the help of mostly sunny skies. As we head into tonight, not nearly as cold either. Temperatures dipping down into the upper 40s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
This little piggy wasn't affected by the market. This little piggy had protected funds. This little piggy locked in college costs. This little piggy had a 1-year plan. And all the little piggies went wee to college land.
Before you know it, those tiny feet will be off to college. Save the smartest way with a Florida prepaid plan. Unlike a regular savings account, the funds are dedicated and guaranteed to cover tuition costs. So when they're ready to go, you are too. Save for their story. Prepaid 529 plans start at $29 a month. Enroll today.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured?
All right, folks, that's it. Rate the show. Rate the show out of 10. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, everybody. You made it through the show today. I'll iron out some things after the show. Hopefully we'll have a glitch-free stream tomorrow. No issues. But thank you for being patient. Remember, if there's problems, don't be bitch. I already saw somebody. It's been happening since the beginning of the year. I don't even complain anymore. We're talking about a small fraction of every second that has been streamed for the entirety of this year. Please do not trigger me with that stuff. Please do not do that to me. I put way too much into this for that kind of nonsense. Please don't do this to me. I beg of you. Please don't do it. I beg of you. I have to go get Today I Learned. Rate the show out of 10. Rate the show out of 10. I'm back, baby. 8 out of 10 Sean triggers. True. 30 seconds. Bobby. Bobby, you're chatter of the day, baby. Bobby is our chatter of the day for the gifted subs. Bobby, if you claimed the Hall of Fame, please send me the photo you want on there. I'll have it on for tomorrow. Thank you, stay gold.
That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest here, and I have discovered a fun new escape from the daily grind, Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has hundreds of social casino-style games, and it's all free to play anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So get to ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
It's Today I Learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Thank you for being with us today. If you missed any of the show, go get the podcast. It's available over at thenewsjunkie.com. Mo is still with us to wrap everything up today.
We just had a
still standing.
Very interesting conversation.
About the golf tournament, about the mini golf tournament. Go grab your tickets if you have time right now. You need to do it because I don't know if there's still 4, but there was only 4 left for people who are playing. If you want to play in the Mo golf competition, the mini golf, the mini Masters that's going down this weekend, get your tickets at justcallmo.com/golf. Justcallmo.com/golf right now. And if you want to play, you get those. There's only 4, so nab them right now. Everybody else who wants to go along and hang out and get some food and party, you can get the Spectator Pass, which is available as well. How much is that? How much is the Spectator Pass?
$20, but there may be a half-off code. I'll get that for you. Give me a second. Stand by.
Yeah. Stand by for the half-off code.
Standing by.
If you're very quiet, you can hear Bus Tiger screaming it from the office.
I can hear him just regularly talking it, actually, from here. One person right now is sitting there with it in their cart, and they're like, well, do I want to wait for the half off?
Well, it goes towards a great cause. Worth mentioning.
It's true. Yeah. This is for an awesome charity. So justcallmo.com/golf for all of the details. Get that over there on the website. Let me do this story that I teased, Mo. Tell me when I've stepped over the bounds of what I can say online and I have stepped into the world of a threat. We start off with this. This is from a man in Oklahoma who's in big trouble. Federal charges facing him. He said in a YouTube comment, our president needs to die to save lives. Am I okay so far? If I put that in YouTube?
I'm listening.
Our president needs to die to save lives. The mistakes are in the original.
Okay.
I'm tired of dumb F words pretending he'll obey the courts. What is the Second Amendment for? Ending MAGA, this person says. Have I stepped into the world of illegal just yet?
So, I mean, the second 2 sentences arguably are not a threat directly against the president. The first one could certainly be construed as a threat directly against the president.
But does the second 2 sentences not sort of enhance the first sentence?
It can. It seems that way.
Taken together, they certainly do enhance that. But if you let's just say you just said the second 2 sentences, well, that's a violent statement and a statement against MAGA. It's not a direct statement against the president of the United States.
Or just one specific person in general.
Right, where the first one is.
What about bad grammar? Does that ever come into play? Like, honestly, if he's like, clearly, it doesn't make any sense if you say needs.
Yeah, I mean, the bad grammar defense comes up a lot, and, many people have been convicted because of it.
I likes that.
Yeah.
This says, I can't wait for the Civil War. Kill, you MAGA F words.
Okay, there we go.
Prep for civil war. Prep for death camps. Prep for killing federal agents. And all of these are, Sealand, you would lose your mind. They start out the word killing, the word federal, the word agents, the word war. Self-censored. Yeah. They self-censored all of these. Death is D-star.
Oh, they're censoring. I thought you meant they were doing capital first letter every word. But no. Stupid.
Yeah, prep for civil R*, civil W*.
You're bat-S crazy, and you're still worried about getting throttled.
Right, yeah. Don't want the algorithm to downvote me here. That's no good. Okay, let's see what we got here before we wrap everything up today on the show. It's time for our final dispatches, I do believe. Here we go.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
We'll see. JustCallMo.com/golf. JustCallMo.com/golf. Go get it, please, while you can. Here we go with our final dispatches. Let me refresh just to get the latest and greatest. Here is Joe. Let's see what Joe says. Hello? Joe? Oh, Joe? No, just a quiet dispatch. Flip.
So in the early 90s when I was in high school up in Ohio, we were actually, ironically enough, we were on a baseball trip with the team down in Florida when we got a phone call that a handful of our friends were involved in a really bad car accident similar to this one. The driver was drunk, driving at a high rate of speed, went through a stop sign at a T in the road, jumped the guardrail, landed upside down in a creek, and they weren't found for about 4 hours. And one of our friends passed in that accident. And so after it was all said and done, the driver was not charged with anything, not a single thing. Was given, I think, a reckless op as a juvenile. and that was it.
That's
he later went on to graduate from the police academy, became a county sheriff, and after that was arrested by his fellow county sheriff deputies for being one of the most corrupt MFers in the county.
Okay.
And it was a total no S warlock moment for everybody who knew this guy. What a POS. And
Did you say his name?
Happy that he was arrested, and hopefully he's still in jail.
Well, I mean, you narrowed it down, so I could figure out if I wanted to exactly who that was, but he didn't necessarily say it. So there you are. Thank you.
Just load that dispatch straight into ChatGPT and be like, tell us who this is.
Please.
Who is he talking about right here? All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Moses looks like he knows.
Oh, no, I don't know. I do have the code for the half-off tickets. It's Mo Golf.
Oh, yeah.
Mo Golf.
Mo Golf?
Yep, Mo Golf.
All one word, Mo Golf?
Yep, all one word.
MOEGOLF. Use Mo Golf as the keyword.
So if you want to cheap out on your donation to a great charity, Mo Golf is the keyword.
Yeah, look, they're still going to be there though, so that's something, I guess. Do that over on justcallmo.com/golf. Mo Golf, Mo Golf, Mo Golf. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. Today I Learned this band right here. Come on, Moses. You're cool enough to know this.
We'll see.
I know you.
30 seconds from Mars.
Oh, Mars
Volta.
is right.
Damn
Mars
it.
Volta is right. There you go. The lead singer of the band, the Mars Volta, used to spend $1,000 a week on marijuana.
Yeah.
Now,
That's a lot of dope.
I'm no pothead fucker, but that seems like that's a lot of weed. $1,000 a
Just
week.
give me a full pulp, man.
Could that be just for you?
No, they're handing it now. They're smoking other people out.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Does
That's your
Snoop Dogg
social.
spend $1,000 a week on $1,000 a week?
He might. He probably says it that way too.
You never upgrade to other drugs? You have $1,000 a week weed habit and you just
Who
never
needs
move?
to? Today I learned the Kansai International Airport in Japan. That's right, friends. I said it. You were here.
Japan!
In Japan has just celebrated. We talked about this before, not too long ago. Their 30th year of service now, without having ever lost a single piece of luggage. They went another year. They did it. They've lost no luggage in 30 years, they say, despite C-Lane not believing it. Today I learned the land speed record on a bicycle is 184 miles per hour.
Also bull.
Neither one of you believe it. That's how they're cruising.
Why are you giving out
184
facts that don't make sense?
This is real. I'm not making this up.
Prove
this
it.
is
Video.
for real.
Was it downhill?
And the land speed record is 184 miles an hour. All right? That's all I can tell
Their
you.
skin is off their face.
Today I learned this band right here.
30 seconds to Mars?
Oh, instead of Mars, think Pumpkins. Smashing Pumpkins is right. In 2017, Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins fame purchased the NWA, the National Wrestling Association, one of the oldest wrestling associations in America, formed back in 1948. Mr. William Patrick Corgan Jr., born in 1967, now owns it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Thank you, Moses.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. JustCallMo.com/golf. JustCallMo.com/golf. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com.